10th, and this is our Sunday broadcast. We just had an event last night at Disney Springs at the Wonderground Gallery, and a lot of people came to it. A bunch of you guys probably here at Twitch. I think Matt would probably know better than me, but...
Mm-hmm. So what are you painting tonight, Jasmine?
I'm starting a new painting. I'm not very far on it yet. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, but it's got a mermaid and a sea monster in it, and it's going to be going to the Corey Helford Gallery for their art collector starter kit. I think it's the 6th year they've been doing that, where they have all their artists do a 12 by 12 panel, and they have everything there in one big group show. And the show actually opens next month. Oh, thank you, Magic Noise. So it will be there at the gallery in December. Am I wrong, or does it open up the same time that my Pop Gallery show does? Is that the same night, Matt?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
All right.
Offhand, I don't know. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. I think it is, because I remember thinking that maybe I could go out to California for the opening. They asked if I could, and I was like, no, it's the same time as something, and it's probably the same time as the Pop Gallery show.
Thank you, SB Reynolds, for your for subscribing for 15 months.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
That is a lot of months. Thank you very much.
Tonight at the raffle, we're giving away the 3 Dragon Con pins for 2019.
Yeah.
In this order. The 10-side, if you want to...
Oh, I'll hold them up while you say them. Yeah.
The 10-sided Dice Fairy.
10-sided Dice Fairy pin.
Kieran and Shamison.
Kieran and Shamison.
And Baby Dragon Con Dragon.
Baby Dragon Con Dragon. And these were the exclusives that we had as giveaways at Dragon Con this year.
Yes.
Every year we tried to do special pins at Dragon Con, and these are the ones for this year. So last weekend, did I show off the Cheshire Cat ones?
No.
I didn't. Okay. Don't know if I printed them out yet or not.
No, you did not show those off.
Okay. I think I probably just showed them on Patreon and the pin group, probably. I think I showed it there on Facebook.
Yeah, we had a pretty good turnout last night.
Yeah, we did.
It was a very nice night to come out. It wasn't I mean, it's always busy at Disney, but
yeah,
it wasn't insanely busy, particularly in the daytime, just in general at Disney Springs. So it was kind of, a lot of people were just kind of having a leisurely day.
Yeah.
The crowds come in later, and we were pretty packed the whole time.
Yeah.
Down at Pop, Fabio, also an artist at
oh yeah,
Pop Gallery, is having a show too. So it was quite an event. Jasmine and he share a lot of the same fans.
Yeah.
So it was probably a really cool night for some people.
Yeah, a lot of people hit the Pop Gallery and then came to Wonderground, or vice versa.
Right, and his show's still going on today.
Oh, is he there today too?
Yeah, he's there till 5 o'clock
okay.
Eastern Daylight Time today.
Okay, yeah.
So if you were able to go see him, that's cool.
If you don't know him, you might know his artwork, and he's a super nice guy.
Yeah, he's a very nice fellow.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people came by with Pop Gallery stuff, really.
Muriel says they were at Hollywood Studios and it was super busy there too. Sorry we missed you guys last night. Oh, that's fine.
Hollywood Studios is probably more fun.
And Luna Star is sending a big hello from Northeast Texas.
Hello.
That's a big state.
Yes, indeed. I haven't spent a whole lot of time in Texas. I've been to the airports a lot. But not a lot of time just for fun in Texas, really.
Right.
I've driven through it. Like on my way to California or somewhere.
I've not driven in Texas that I can remember.
No, I know you went and visited with your mom.
Yeah, I've been in Texas in airports, and I've flown in and spent some time in the Dallas area. Other than that, I have not. I would like to visit Austin, though.
Yeah, my cousin's only like a comic book.
Yeah,
in Austin.
A rather famous one in the area.
Yeah, the Dragon's Lair.
Yeah, they've had quite a a cool group of guests there.
Yeah, they have really neat people.
Yeah, I think they had
signings.
George Takei there.
George Takei was there, yeah.
Yeah. Of course, I don't know how easy it is to book Takei.
I don't know. He seems to be in a lot of places I'm at the same time, so it might not be that difficult. He's at a lot of the same
Keep Austin weird.
What's that?
That's Keep Austin Weird, Blob Help says. I think they say that in Portlandia even.
Oh, yeah. I think that's the episode where somebody is from Portland and they're talking about moving to Austin.
Yeah, it's a haven for weirdness, I suppose. I don't know a lot about Austin,
grew up
honestly.
In Austin. Jason lived there for a while. Did Chris live in Austin for a while? Also?
I'm unsure.
Okay.
I know that he lived somewhere in Texas.
Yeah. I think it might have been Austin.
People from Austin are called ostentations, right?
Ostentatious. Yes.
Like ostentations.
So they are...
Like cetacean? I don't know.
Oh, like a cetacean?
But yet ostentatious. I
think this
not
little
to
guy's
say
a
they would be.
cetacean, maybe? The little guy I'm working on, he's a little sea monster character I put in a few other paintings of mine. He's kind of based off of what old drawings of dolphins used to look like. Back before people properly knew how to draw them, they give them little kitty cat noses and make them look like a sea monster more. Some people will call them dolphin fish.
I assume it was Austinian's Blob Help. I was being silly.
Ostentators.
Austin Powers and Zians.
Yeah, so they just call them Austin Powers. Jane Austen.
Or would it be Austiner? I think Austinians would probably be more accurate. When things end with N, they often add Ian at the end, like Bostonian.
Justinian.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
It just, I think that those, I don't know if there's a right or wrong to it. It just, one sounds better to the ear than the other.
Something people just have to decide on. Think about Manchester in England is Mancusian. That one always throws
That's
me
bizarre.
off. Yeah, Mancusian.
That's true. It is Berliner, but that's German. We're not talking about German.
Yeah.
And Berlinian does sound better. We're just used to Berliner.
But Berlinian wouldn't be German.
I feel that...
It's like how I'm an Amerikaner.
Yeah, but in English, that sounds very active. For example, it sounds like you're actively Berlining, whatever that would be.
Are.
Or if you're an Amerikaner, you're actively Americaning.
Yeah.
I don't think I actively American.
I don't think I do. I have to use my passport a lot.
But it does sound like a very active noun.
Yeah.
As if the original place they're referring to is a verb.
Yeah.
Like runner. So I think that's funny about, ich bin ein Berliner. The whole jelly donut thing.
You wouldn't say ein in it. You just say
right.
Berliner. Ich bin Berliner. Ich bin Amerikaner. You don't say ein Amerikaner.
But
I don't know what
at the same time,
is as
was
a
Kennedy a
noun.
Berliner? No. Why do you say that?
Oh, I don't know. Strong.
Ich bin ein Liar.
Yeah, I don't know. Did they talk about it in Dallas?
They did, sure. Yeah, they talk about everything Kennedy in Dallas.
Okay.
I was there for the Kennedy assassination convention thingy with my mom.
I was not there.
Massive amounts of conspiracy theories there. It was lovely. Linda Lunda says, I lived in Berlin and it's lovely.
I haven't been to Berlin for quite a while.
It's still lovely after you moved out?
Oh. I liked it when I was there, but I got hopelessly lost. I was a teenager and I was there by myself and I got really turned around.
I've never been to Berlin.
And it was
my experience with Germany is mostly Munich,
yeah,
which is amazing. It's kind of like
Munich's fun. Yeah,
probably a tourist idea of what a lot of stereotypical
It
German
is.
things
It
are,
looks like
which is
it's
fantastic.
Yeah, it looks like the German pavilion at Epcot or something. That's Munich.
I mean, I know that we travel a lot, etc., but I still like to get the tourist stuff in because
Often it's tourist stuff because it's cool.
yeah, I mean, even in America stuff, I like to do tourist stuff. I don't want to go to a city, like let's say I went to Cincinnati, and I just went there and did normal Cincinnati stuff. No, I don't want to do that.
Residential areas and go to Super Target.
Right, I'd want to do what made that area special.
Yeah.
So a lot of time that idea's beaten down. It's like I want to go to where the locals go. I want to see what made that place a tourist spot
somewhere. Yeah.
In the beginning. So I am a tourist. Yeah. I will say that.
Well, especially if it's the first time you've been somewhere.
Karen Kindle says, I love seeing you guys yesterday.
Yeah, it's good to see you there at Disney.
Well, thank you.
Some of my cousins made it to the show yesterday. If anybody was there and you saw a couple people skipping the line.
Really tall guy.
Really tall guy and
with his lovely
Indonesian
wife.
Lady.
Yeah.
And yeah, they were.
We had them skip the line. Sorry, guys, but they're family, and we had to give them a hug.
Yeah.
So,
we don't see them very often.
They had to go right back.
And they had to go back to the airport because they had more cousins from Indonesia coming in, and they were gonna pick them up. And so they basically came out from the airport, came to see me for 2 minutes, and then went back to the airport. But that was very sweet of them. They travel around a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of your family seems to have the travel bug.
Yeah, we got itchy
on your on both sides.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. It seems like your father's on your father's side, they like to drive around a lot.
Yeah.
I would say that the more international travelers tend to be on your mom's side and distant cousins, etc.
Yeah.
So always something to talk about.
Yeah. I like traveling. It's one of my favorite things to do, really. I hate
Karen
the actual
says no
travel
problem,
part
their
of it.
family.
What's that?
I said no problem, their family. Yeah, we usually only get to see them once a year. So it was nice to see them, and it is. I would say I like it when family members come and see what Jasmine actually does. It's a very difficult thing to explain to family members what Jasmine does exactly. And when they see her in a convention situation or a signing, it explains it much better than we could verbally.
Yeah, it's true.
Ooh, Gabriel's watching tonight. Ricky's Gabriel.
Oh,
and there's no school tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, nice. He'll probably win a prize. He did that one time. He did a little dance.
Yes.
So
is it,
the Designator 22. I like your name. I always miss you guys when you're in Disney. Maybe one year I'll catch you guys.
Yeah, I'm there quite often.
We try not to make it a secret when we're there.
Yeah. I always have. I as soon as I get the dates, I always put them up on my website and on my events page on Facebook. Sometimes I don't know of Disney. I get my schedule kind of like you would if you're a waitress or something. I will get it like maybe a month or two ahead of time, so I don't always know way in advance. People will ask me about 2021 already, and I don't know. I don't know what days I'll be where. But Disney, I'm there here in Florida at least once a month. A good time to come if you're not sure and you're planning ahead is in January or February, because I do the Epcot International Festival of the Arts, and that one, they have me come a few times a week sometimes.
Yes, and bring your
over
coat.
The course of months. So.
We've had nights there where it's so windy and there's nothing to block the wind on that Epcot lake.
Yeah.
And there
are things to break the wind. They're just not there as part of where you'd be hanging out to get signatures.
And also just
then you have artwork.
Keep in mind we're wimpy.
Yeah.
We are so wimpy when it comes to cold weather.
If
you're visiting from
us thinking it's cold is not the same as other people thinking
if you're visiting from up north, you'll probably laugh. I do see people wearing shorts and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
And Jasmine and I are freezing, so
if you go by the hotels, you'll see everybody in the swimming pool still, and it's like, I bet they're from Minnesota or something. That's
so cold. What pins are lined up for 2021?
Oh.
None yet?
I should just randomly say
we don't
things
even
and
know.
then I'll have
Probably
to decide.
it could be paintings Jasmine hasn't even done yet.
That's the thing. That's part of the reason why I don't like planning too far ahead with pins. Is I'd like them to reflect whatever artwork I've been working on recently.
So Designator says, thank you for the compliment. I usually go to the World. I assume you mean Disney World in October, but next year I'll be there in May and October.
Oh.
Well, yeah, definitely check us out like ahead of time. Hey,
yeah,
we'll be there in May, or not?
Yeah, and I try to post as soon as I know for sure that I'll be somewhere. I think May. If that's MegaCon is around then too. Don't know what your vacation plans are, but if you come to MegaCon, is that in May next year?
MegaCon, I don't know.
MegaCon wibbles around.
Where is May? I'll look it up.
Yeah. CrimeCon is May 1st through 3rd.
I'm getting some things prepped for MegaCon now.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good show.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got. MegaCon.
It takes a lot to prepare for those conventions. I think sometimes
April 16th through 19th.
April 16th through 19th? Okay. Yep. Wow. And when was Whitby?
I don't remember.
April 26th through 30th?
Yeah, I remember they're really close together.
Yeah. Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to do Planet Comic-Con
April 24th
anyway.
through 26th.
24th through 26th.
Yeah, so we'll be... Real, come on.
You gotta come to our house when we're...
It better be the little girl from next door with some cookies.
Okay, it might be.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, it's one of the rare times they're bothering to ring the bell then. Usually they dump everything out there and I don't know they were even here. Yeah. I remember not that long ago everybody was like, oh, the post office is only going to be going 5 days a week now. And I'm like, if anything, it seems like they're coming 7 days a week.
Framing wire.
Framing wire? Oh my gosh, that's exciting.
Framing wire. Like I said, I was getting ready for I ordered a bunch of framing wire.
Yeah. Is it from framingsupplies.com?
It's 4:20 and we are at... it's 4:19.
Oh,
I'm looking at the Google Chrome on TV.
Oh, okay.
I have a good view of it on our Google Chrome. And we're at 68 viewers.
Oh, wow. Hi, everybody.
And Evil Brina's here, and Mimi's here, and Blob Help's here, and Vix Allen's here, and Lyle's here, and Shaylee's here.
Are people off school tomorrow, like for Veterans Day or Memorial Day? Whatever it's called in other countries.
I have no idea. Why are people off tomorrow? I can ask the room.
That would be the 11th, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's why people are asking if I have any veterans artwork probably today. I had like 3 people ask me. Okay, that would make sense.
Shaylee, no, I say Nunya all the time. It has nothing to do with Moana. I don't even remember that joke from Moana.
I like to watch Moana.
Maybe it's an American thing to say.
It's a good movie. Yeah.
No, often I give that as people ask me a question, I say Nunya.
Yeah, I see people have that as a last name on Facebook a lot.
Oh, it's Nunya.
I agree, but that's hard to build up a name with artwork that way.
It is Veterans Day.
Okay. It's Annie's birthday then, too.
Sorry we missed you last night. Tigger says see you in December.
Oh, we'll be here. We'll be at our
It's kind of like that song, but it's not September, it's December.
See you in September?
Yep, I like that song. But sorry we missed you too.
Yeah.
And thank you, Christy Batgirl, for 9 months in a row.
Oh, wow.
Of subscribing to us.
Batgirl.
That means we love you.
Hey, it does. We've known her forever.
We have a bank holiday tomorrow because of Veterans Day here. Do we have it here too?
Veterans Day is the 11th, yeah. That's why I was wondering if the post office and things would be closed tomorrow.
You know what? You think I'd know that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to the post office anyway tomorrow because I'll be working on pins, which often get shipped out on the 10th. But my 10th today is Twitch Sunday. So it's the 11th instead, but I will probably be printing out labels, but stamps.com might force me to...
That's what I'm saying. Tomorrow, I think the postie would be closed because of Veterans Day.
Hey, guys, is the post office closed tomorrow? I'll just ask the room.
Is it easier to ask the room?
Yeah.
In the U.S. post office, rather. I'm
a classic comedian and a Moana fan, I think. I am a Moana fan, I just don't remember that line.
The Nunya joke.
Post office is closed. Okay, good.
Okay,
I feel less guilty about not having everything ready right now because
we couldn't ship it anyways.
Right.
Yeah.
But as you saw on gosh, I think I put it up in the pin group. I had a bunch of pins on cards, and it kind of just looked like a sea of pastel dragonlings.
But yeah, pastel dragonling came in, and
that also means that the new folk who have signed up between, like, in the last 10 days, you'll be getting your, since I have the pin in now, you'll be getting your new packages.
Yeah.
And I think we just had somebody sign up yesterday, too.
Oh, excellent.
So you'll be getting your pastel dragonling with your lemon yellow mask and your lanyard.
I don't know if that's working. I can't see the TV. But...
Which ape is my favorite? Ooh. Blob Help, if you looked, I was the first entry, and you can see there.
You can see which was Matt's favorite.
Otherwise, Nunya.
Oh, man.
No, I wrote in King Kong.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw that.
I have a...
Somebody else
I have a love for King Kong. Of course, it would have to be a movie, Blob. And
Island Kong?
Again, I'm not a fan of kaiju, and I don't consider King Kong a kaiju. It's more of a love story. It's not kaiju. Dumb.
Mothra's a story about a single mother and her children. Then.
Well, again, Mothra has the most solid story in that in the Godzilla universe, which is tenuous at best.
Hey,
it's pretty weak. Mothra. That pin is amazing, guys. Yeah. Now we got that at Pop Gallery, guys. What is the name of that?
What pin are you talking about?
The little cute Mothra.
How's that a pin?
I was saying 3 things at once.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, because I saw things flash in front of my eyes on the screen, so I switched over. You can use King Kong all you want, Evil Brina, because it's not like you have to, like, you can't choose the same as someone else.
Yeah.
Evil Brina loves kaiju. I'm in the minority there. So it's another thing that it's the same story over and over again. Shaylee says, I'm seriously excited about this painting. Is it a lovely or evil mermaid? None of them are evil. I think they're all lovely.
I'm trying to think if I've done a mermaid that's, like, officially evil. Well, Ursula.
No.
Ursula from the Little Mermaid.
She is not a mermaid. She's an
she's a mermaid.
Octomaid.
Well, okay. Okay, I mean, I think she counts as a mermaid.
I don't know. What do you guys think that that Ursula is a mermaid, or do you think she's something else? I think she's a sea witch, and she has the butt of an octopus. And like a gross centaur. What about evil mermaids in Peter Pan? They're not evil. I don't think they're evil. I just think they don't like Wendy.
They try to kill Wendy, but so does Tinkerbell.
Luna Star says Octomaid. Ursula equals merperson.
Merperson. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cryptid says mermaid.
But yeah. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Well, that's a case.
Oh, Mimi said she'll be a lost puppy at MegaCon. She needs some help.
Oh.
Oh, honestly, it's easier to traverse than Dragon Con.
Yeah, MegaCon.
It's in one big honking room.
Yeah, it's much more compact than Dragon Con, even though it gets probably around the same amount of people. It's all in like one giant room. 90% of it is.
Correct. But no, it's the setup will be similar to what you saw at Dragon Con.
But she came this year to Dragon Con. Yeah.
Oh, Mimi always comes to Dragon Con. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's
So she saw her new setup this year.
Yeah, which I'm happy for because a lot of people that only attended Dragon Con didn't see our bigger store, and I really think that we owed that to them.
Yeah.
Because the selection is so much better.
Yeah, it's so much better now. I'm very happy that worked out. It was kind of an experiment when we decide to do that originally.
Mimi says, haha, I think everyone knows I love all the mermaids. Ursula is exactly what you described her. Me, at Matthew Beckett.
Yeah.
So. But,
half octopus lady. Yeah.
No, she's, hi, Tammy. She is, she is evil, though.
She is evil.
She's pretty awful.
I think she kind of revels in it. Right,
she does, and she doesn't have many friends, and she just stays there with her little eels, who apparently are evil by nature, and they're also her familiars.
Yeah.
And they spy on people.
Yeah, she's more of a sea witch, obviously. Cartoon, isn't it? She's more of a sea witch than anything. What's that?
It's a fantastic cartoon, isn't it?
It is. That's a really, really good one.
So I saw the new... Kay Harmon says, saw the new Stephen King movie, The Dark Sleep.
Oh, Dr. Sleep?
Oh, you mean Dr. Sleep.
It's probably auto-correcting.
Are you speaking into a thing there, Kay Harmon, that and Jojo Rabbit? Oh, yeah. Okay, those are two, and I would probably like Last Christmas. I don't expect anyone else to like Last Christmas, but I will. And, you know, if you don't like it, whatever. It's a George Michael story.
Yeah.
I don't know how much effort they put into the story aspect of it, but I hear it has a lot of his music. I'm going to enjoy that. But I definitely want to see Dr. Sleep. It's funny, I read that a few years ago we were
in Nashville, right?
Yeah, we were in Nashville
I was
when I read the book.
I was teaching that.
Yeah.
The
I remember it's funny because I associate that book with Nashville for some reason, which doesn't make any sense.
Because you read it.
Dr. Sleep is a fantastic read. If you guys liked The Shining, it's
very
the story of Danny when he grows up.
Yeah.
So
he turns out about as well adjusted as one would expect.
Oh, so Radovich liked Last Christmas.
Oh,
excellent.
Are they a George Michael fan?
I would assume so. Oh, Shaylee will definitely like Last Christmas.
Oh, there you go.
According to Kelly, Sarah, Ursula can't be a mermaid because of her. Oh my gosh, I can't say the word. But it sounds like tentacle. Yeah, there's a difference between that.
Yeah.
Ursula is a girl, or a female, so she probably doesn't have those other things.
Don't limit her.
Oh my, yeah. The Japanese book Norwegian Wood is associated with with Norwich.
Haruki Murakami. Love that book.
I've only read one Murakami, but I really need to read the rest because all my friends have read.
I've read everything,
and I feel like I'm falling behind,
except for the one that just came out in paperback. I've not read that one.
Actually,
I've read every other book of his. I think
I definitely get them
short story
thrown at me, so I must be in the what do you call it?
In the wrong
target audience.
Yeah,
I read
probably
Kafka on the Shore is the one I read, Shaylee. I like that one.
Kafka on the Shore is good. Oh yeah, you read that one, my sister.
That one was fantastic, and I analyzed the tar out of it. So, but I think that
is that because it was for book club.
It was for book club, but also I think I would have anyway because it's heavily symbolic.
Oh, all his books are.
I wouldn't recommend it to I wouldn't recommend it to a lot of people though.
Yeah.
I mean,
popular book though.
No,
that's one of his more popular
I think
books. Did we watch?
I think Murakami is. I think people who read a lot would like it, and people who are smart would like it. Not to say that if you don't like it, you're not smart.
No,
it just seems to be very.
That's a very reader-friendly one, though. That is by far his biggest appeal sort of book. I would say.
And I think that's why that's why it was recommended to me. It's like an intro to him. No, I don't know. I haven't read the other one, so I can only.
No, Norwegian Wood is by far his most easy read one.
Okay.
Not Kafka. Kafka on the Shore is pretty easily digestible, but.
Well, it might.
Norwegian Wood has
people might kind of scratch their heads at it because it's bizarre.
Yeah.
So do you read the books before seeing the movie? I generally don't read till I see the movie. Till you see the movie. That's interesting, Kay Herman. So that means you only read movie books.
I think I read.
A little bit of both. It just depends what comes out. Sometimes if it's
I think if I've ever done it the other way.
You've got your ears in Audible constantly, Jasmine.
Yeah,
so
I do.
You're listening to things constantly.
Yeah.
Currently I'm reading a book called The Institute, another Stephen King, which I think could definitely be a series or a movie or something. It seems like it was kind of made for that.
It does.
I'm enjoying it, but I don't. For as far as Stephen King's range, I think that I'm not necessarily in the target audience for this. It seems like a teenager YA book, sort of book, and I'm not the biggest YA fan. Not that I don't like it; it's just not for me.
You're an adult man in your mid-40s.
By any chance, does Jasmine have any of the astrological prints left? I'm in search of Capricorn.
Yes. I don't think I have them up on my website anymore because I usually keep around 1,000 images, and once something's old enough or people haven't bought it for a while, we scoot it off and make room for new ones, but we can make the prints upon request. So if you are looking for one of my Zodiac series, you can email us and we can make you a print. It just isn't ones that are on my website. If you look on the internet, you'll find them.
Send Amber a message?
Yeah. Unless they want like a bigger canvas or something.
Yeah, Kitten, actually, if you can send an inquiry through the website or...
Yeah. Or amber@strangeling.com.
Yeah.
And if Amber doesn't have the high-res
if she doesn't
I can email it to her.
Yeah, or I can.
Yeah, I've got all those stored on discs.
And let her know we sent you.
Yeah, say Jasmine told us. Say Matt told you.
Yeah, we should. She's probably watching this. Who knows?
Hi, Amber. But no, eventually I want to do a Zodiac series. Again, it's just a hard commitment to do 12 things in a row that all go together. Because I have to
thank
do
you,
a lot of other
6
things.
months in a row. Excellent.
Thank you very much.
I listen to Harry Potter books driving from Lakeland to Orlando for work every day. After I read them all, I took one disc a day. Oh, you took one disc a day. Oh, wow, discs even.
Yeah,
wow.
That's probably a lot of discs.
Yeah, I remember our friend Paul Vincenti loved to listen to those. And your dad liked to listen to those in German, right? Or did he just read them in German?
He had the German printings of the books.
And also the Dragonlance, as we talked about last week.
Yeah, I had those. I have those.
Yeah, now, with Harry Potter, I didn't start reading the books until it was it was almost the last... the last movie was in 2 parts. Yeah. I read all the books right before the last 2 parts.
Half of the last movie.
Because I wanted to read it. Because I stopped for a while. But then I started reading...
You stopped in
reading them again.
Yeah.
But yeah, before the end, and I enjoyed both the movie and the novels on those. They're both good.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings would be similar. I think the Lord of the Rings movies are fantastic, and I think the omissions from the books are okay for the cinema. Some of that stuff wouldn't fly very good on the cinema.
They
be
had
bizarre.
To extrapolate a lot on trying to make The Hobbit more than one movie, but
I agree. I did enjoy The Hobbit though. It was good.
I like the old cartoons of them too.
I'm a fan of those.
The old Ralph Bakshi.
Yeah, those old Bakshi cartoons that people just hate.
I know.
But I love them.
They probably don't like all the musical interludes, but to be fair, those are in the book. So.
Well, I remember seeing the Hobbit cartoon when I was in, I think 4th grade or something. It was on TV. It could have been on PBS. I don't remember. Then I read the Hobbit book.
You hadn't read it before you saw the movie?
Oh. I read it in 6th grade. I think I was in 6th grade because there was this kid named Jesse who was reading it, and like every time we did a book report, it was like he did it on the Hobbit, and I was like, well, he was read the Hobbit the whole year.
Oh wow!
So maybe it took him a while. I don't know.
Well, yeah, maybe he just reads slowly.
And right, but it's like the teacher didn't. You don't get credit for the same book time after time. But it seemed like
he just loves it and reads it.
In the 6th grade, it was a bigger book, probably. I'm trying to think how long.
Amber did a book report on The Hobbit, and I think she was in 6th grade. And I remember because she had to make a diorama, and I swear, sorry, Amber, if you're watching this, I think I did like 90% of it. Because I did all the drawings of the characters, and then she cut them out and put them on cardboard and put them in a little cave.
Yeah. Oh, Shaylee says, yeah, by sticking in loads of Lord of the Rings characters who aren't in The Hobbit.
Exactly. In the films.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, a lot of people, luckily, were familiar enough with the books that they kind of corrected for when they watched the films. But the biggest omission, which I have to agree, was the whole and I thought was weird anyway. Honestly, it was my least favorite. The Tom Bombadil. I did not like that. The Tom Bombadil stuff. Yeah. Anyway, it was my least favorite stuff from the Lord of the Rings books. So there you go. And I haven't read any of his Dark Materials, so I apologize. And
are people talking about it?
Yeah. Anybody watching his Dark Materials first episode blew me away, says Kay Harmon.
Oh, I'd like to watch those. I like the book.
The thing is, it's not possible to... wait, scrolled up too quick. It's not possible to follow the books on the letter for a movie. It just can't be done right now. There are some books that... I'm trying to... Where the movies are like, man... It's like nearly all the dialogue.
I saw not that long ago, and I thought it was so much like the book, it almost... Why make it? What the heck am I thinking of?
I don't know.
Not on an airplane.
I remember... Avaznan says Jaws was a good read. I remember picking that up, looking at the cover when I was a little child, and reading the first chapter, and I put it down. It scared me.
Of Jaws?
Because how Jaws eats that woman, and I was like, no, I'm not going to read this.
I have not read the book of Jaws.
And I was terrified of sharks as a child.
Was it a book before it was a film?
I believe so. Peter Benchley book, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Peter Benchley wrote it, didn't he?
Yeah, it won prizes if I remember.
Golly,
right.
Did he write The Exorcist also?
No.
No, who wrote The Exorcist?
I don't. Who wrote The Exorcist?
The book.
Oakes.
Yeah. I don't remember. That's one that's fairly similar, like the book compared to the movie.
Peter Blatty.
Sorry.
I can see why you'd think that.
Starts with a Peter, ends with a Y.
Yeah, and I always forget who wrote Psycho also. These are sometimes...
that's Robert Bloch wrote Psycho.
Right, I always forget his name. These are good examples of probably well thought of books that turn into blockbuster movies.
Oh yeah, Psycho works better, I think, as a movie than it did as the Robert Bloch story. It's not a very long book. It's like a novelette.
Oh, Blobhelp says that was William Peter Blatty.
Oh,
Writers that use 3 names are so dumb.
Yeah, Matthew David Beckett.
Shut up.
Artists are too.
Although it was called Legion.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, and that has turned into a trope.
Yeah,
for like a possessed person to say. Of course, it's from the Bible originally.
Kind of.
I am Legion. I'm like, that's not scary anymore. Possessed person.
Well, maybe
I'm just not.
A couple thousand years ago, it was scarier.
Maybe it was.
I wouldn't know.
We are Legion. I'm like, really? What, do I have to feed all of you guys? Are you guys gonna? Do you guys have a million different opinions on this book that we're talking about right now? I am so not afraid of possessed people. I mean, I want to be.
You want to be afraid of them? Or
yeah, well, kind of. Of course, I want to be afraid of more things that are in horror movies because I am not afraid of a lot.
I am not afraid of a lot of horror movies.
I think I've seen too much. I think there's not a lot of new. It has to be psychological almost to mess with me. I'm not afraid of monsters too much.
You don't like seeing things happen to people if it's realistically done in horror movies.
Well, that becomes tragic. That's almost more sad. That's
or like if an animal's being hurt or
awful.
Something.
That's yeah. I don't like that. There was Satanic Panic at that time. Yeah, actually, Shaylee and I were talking about Satanic Panic the other day. I love that era.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Spiders and Clowns. I love both. I really do. I'm not afraid. I like clowns, actually.
I love spiders.
It's not even
I
neutral
really don't
towards
think
them.
about clowns
I'm fond
very
of them.
often, other than in the context of horror things, really, but it doesn't come up very much.
Tammy says she'll shut off a movie if the dog dies. I understand that, too. I've gotten past that, but I definitely
I usually have to tell
that.
Maddie it's an actor doggy and not to worry.
Yeah, or actor horse.
Actor horsey.
It's all that R-tax stuff that we went through as children. Maybe. I feel more sad when things happen to animals than people.
Yeah,
I love animals a lot. It's because of their remarkable innocence, and they didn't ask for that.
Yeah.
Don't see a movie called Tyrannosaur.
It was pretty good.
I was telling Rosemina this.
Oh, Oh, I see.
It has dogs that get hurt in it. I would not suggest it if that really affects you.
The lumps.
Good movie, but man, that's bad. The X-Files worked well because it was what they didn't show you that scared you. Sure.
Yeah.
Rage Pixie says Jurassic Park was another scary one that when I was old enough to see it. Jurassic Park did scare me.
The first movie, I remember my dad. I saw it in a movie theater, and we didn't go to the movies a whole lot back then. And my dad went with us, and he thought it was scary. The first Jurassic Park, and he doesn't usually get scared by things like that.
Old Yeller, that's just sad.
That almost seems needlessly sad. It's like, here, we need somebody to write a sad dog book to mess up fifth graders.
It's true. I will say, I think that sometimes when an innocent animal gets hurt in a film, it's a cheap shot. It's a low blow.
It is.
It's easy.
It's a low-hanging fruit.
Right. It is
like, now we're going to have somebody hurt the doggy. And like, you know what? You could have not done that.
It's like, he had that. Unless the story really.
Unless it is something like Old Yeller. Old Yeller isn't doing it to be, lack of writing.
Old Yeller is a coming-of-age life lesson, sadness.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that sort of thing does happen sometimes.
Where the red fern grows, well, that's just sad.
Where the red fern grows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just sad.
The other book they wrote was Summer of the Monkeys. That takes place here in Florida, doesn't it?
Never seen Old Yellow. Old Yellow. And I refuse that. Stop it, just so sad. I cry easily. Well, just don't watch that.
Yeah. Like, I already know real animals are getting put down all the time.
Right. We were. Let's get back on the subject of what was scary.
Oh, yeah.
I feel that I'm probably not alone in this. That it is more difficult to scare our very exposed world. We see a lot of horror movies, and we try to bring in those, scary clowns and whatnot.
Yeah,
that's a good thing. Yeah, I'm interested.
It's preying on people's phobias more than it's making something genuinely scary.
Sometimes desolation. Can, like, if you're in the middle of nowhere, it's like the opposite of it's huge spaces terrify me.
Like agoraphobia?
It's not on Fear of the Marketplace, but like if I was in space and all I could see is black around me, and there was nothing to connect to, that would scare me. And endlessly floating. I have the same fear of that underwater. So just nothing to connect to. Like, I don't see anything. I'm basically blind.
See, I sometimes think that would be comfortable.
I could see that. I could see someone definitely.
Because then you aren't going to have collisions with anybody.
Karen changed the subject. What are prizes for tonight's raffle?
Oh, I'll show those off again. Let's see. I forget which one is first, but 10-sided dice, right? We're doing a series of
10-sided.
All the Dragon Con pins from this year. So we got 10-sided dice.
Yeah, Karen, you might win. You didn't. You might win one of these. You weren't able to make it to Dragon Con, so that would be cool for you.
And Karen and Jemison, second.
Yes.
And then baby Dragon Con dragon little pin. And I'll sign the little backs for him too. And for those who are joining us, this is a new mermaid painting. I'm just starting today. This started a few minutes ago.
Corey Helford Gallery group show.
Gallery, yeah, for their art collector starter kit. They do that every year, and basically they ask all their artists to do a 12 by 12. This one's on a piece of like 2-inch cradled wood here.
Right. I really like to promote that show because if you guys are into collecting art, you're going to get some of the top artists, especially ones that kind of share Jasmine's genre.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And some of the best artists in the world are featured at Corey Helford.
They really are.
So, and these are good prices. They have. I think to get you in the door collecting art.
Yeah, and they limit everybody to 12 by 12. And I forget what the price limit is on it, but it's less than what a lot of these people would normally charge for artwork. So it's kind of hey, if you don't have artwork yet, come to our show. You can get everything.
We're not going to go to the Corey Helford show, Tammy, physically.
I thought I was going to, but I'm pretty sure it's the same night that my pop gallery show was. But Jan asked if I could come, and I was like, yeah, I think I can. And then I'm like, no, that's pop gallery night. I'm sorry.
So Shaylee says, lately all my nightmares are about washing up and paying bills. And all my good dreams are about creatures and monsters. There you go. Blob says that the sea monster reminds me of the giant fish from Baron Munchausen.
Yeah, he is kind of.
When do you guys think it would be the nicest weather if we were to drive down to see you?
In Florida?
Depends
what you like.
Yeah, Bob. Yeah, it really depends what you like.
I personally am not bothered when it is 97 degrees and 100%
live in a fairly
humidity, but
warm
some
part
people
of the
are
world.
very bothered by that. I always think that January, February is a good time to come because it's way less crowded in general, but it is a lot cooler, so you might not be wanting to go swimming in the ocean or hanging out by the pool.
Also, what sort of event would you like to see us at?
60 degrees out.
Would you like to see us at one that's ultra crowded and there's a lot of merchandise that we're selling? Would you like to see one where you stand in line and have Jasmine sign something that you purchased? Or, you have to ask yourself, would MegaCon be a thing that you'd want to do?
We're here in Florida.
Or would you rather... The Epcot ones, I would say, even though they have a decent line, they're probably the most mellow.
Yeah, usually Epcot, I can hang out and talk to somebody for 10 minutes. And
Pop shows are very busy.
Pop shows are very busy.
Pop Gallery gets... I mean, it's probably because you go to the Wonderground more.
Yeah.
You have a solid line, but pop shows are...
ridiculous.
Like concert ticket line craziness.
People will get there. They're not supposed to, but people will get there at like 8 o'clock in the morning for a show that starts at 6 o'clock.
Jasmine, you're going to have prints of this?
Oh, yes. I will definitely have prints of this one. Again, I think the show is... golly. You don't have my calendar by you, do you, Matt?
Oh, I could fetch it.
Okay. But I think I'm pretty sure that the Pop Gallery event is the 14th, and I think that's the same night that the Corey Helford Gallery show is in California that I'm doing this painting for. Which means I won't be there unless something really odd happens. Never know. Oh, she's turning out pretty already, though. And facing them. It's so the 14th. If you're in California, go to the Corey Helford Gallery. I will not be there, but the painting will be, and a lot of the artists will be there, and a lot of cool artwork will be there. That's in downtown Los Angeles. But if you are in Florida on that night, I will be at the Pop Gallery at Disney Springs.
So what's the January schedule? Evil Brina, we're not sure about Pop yet. We have some. I think that Jasmine wants to announce dates like that once we have all the info.
Yeah, Disney has basically asked me not to say specific dates
let you know.
until they said, "Hey, Jasmine, you can say specific dates now." So I have a lot of dates though. It's like a couple times a week, basically through January and February.
So sprinkled throughout January and February, Bob.
Yeah,
that's when we'll have some Epcot events. That's mellow and less crowded.
During the Epcot International Festival of the Arts, and that's a cool
that's
thing
relative.
To go to anyways. Yeah.
I mean, I'd have to let you know that's relatively
when we see
less crowded.
It's
still crowded.
It is, but it's less crowded than coming to MegaCon or trying to come to like when I'm doing another big Disney thing or.
Your fans scare Pop. I know.
Yeah, I know.
I know. Will there be a pin for that?
They scared Disney.
Will there be a pin for that Corey Helford showing?
Oh no, that's a group show. I only have one painting in it.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
We would not have a pin if we were not present.
Or if there's going to be like a million other artists and everybody has one thing. It would be weird if they had a pin and it was mine.
Yeah,
unless they did one for everybody.
Keep in mind, Jasmine's a very
I'm a small part
of a huge show.
Yeah, it's a very big show. There are a lot of
now.
People
I don't know about next year.
Oh, during my solo show.
I would assume that you have.
Yes, I will do a pin for that one for sure.
Kind of like how we did Porcelina.
Yeah, very much like how we did Porcelina last time.
It's 12 by 12, Mimi.
Yeah, this is a 12 by 12.
Can you tell? Yeah, is there a name yet? Can you tell her I like her?
I haven't.
She wants all the info on her
yet. I might come up with a name for her while I'm working on her. But she's not very far along, and I haven't made a lot of the executive decisions yet. I just started drawing the mermaid. It's actually, the mermaid is based off of another mermaid I did, but basically what I did is, this is a small version of a much bigger painting, the second in my Still Living series, and I flipped her sideways in Photoshop and I printed her out, and that's what I'm looking at when I'm working on this mermaid, because I like her pose a lot. It's based off of a life sketch study I did of one of the sculptures actually at the Louvre in Paris when we were stuck there for a while. I took a lot of pictures and things because I was killing time.
The Louvre. We missed out on the Louvre. So sad.
Well, we've been there many times before, and we'll be there again.
But we had Ellie.
Yeah, we missed out this summer on the Louvre.
We wanted to take our little niece to the Louvre,
that was one of the things she specifically wanted to do. But
yeah.
But we're bringing her back. I promised her that. I was like, hey, we didn't get to. I promise you we will go back, and we're going to go back on their spring break this year.
We had a lot of fun at that carnival, though.
Yes, we did. We ended up going to a carnival and both wounding ourselves for life.
Yeah, I think
cars, but
we were sad about the Louvre. We went to a carnival. I think I had a bottle of wine. I think Jasmine had a bottle of wine, and then I damaged my knee in a bumper car accident.
Yeah.
And I still haven't been to the doctor for it.
Well, you can go at any time.
Yeah, I'm gonna go right now. See you later, guys.
It won't be open now.
What the heck? I'm such a sucker for all of Jasmine's artwork.
Aww.
That's what Mimi says.
Oh, thank you. I like painting mermaids, especially anything with oceans.
There won't be, I think, if she's not there. What was Bob Help asking?
Oh, about
Let me check. And will there be a pin for the Corey? No.
Oh, no. There will be for my solo show next year at the Corey Helfer Gallery, but not for
Bob Help's asking because Bob Help's in California.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. No, I'll definitely do one for my show next year, which is, golly, it is right about a year out from that. Yeah, because that would be November 14th, and today's November 10th. So exactly 1 year from now, I'll have a bunch of paintings at the Corey Helfer Gallery.
And I'll make that long trip.
Yeah.
Driving.
I
was staring at Porcy print the other day, and she's truly stunning.
I love her.
Porcy print.
Porcy.
If you're having issues, Matt, you really should see someone. Don't put it off. Oh, don't. Yeah. I also.
Well, is it still bothering you? You haven't mentioned it for a while.
It's not that bad.
Is it not? Because it was really bothering me for a while.
It's less and less bothersome as time goes by.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good sign. Probably.
Yeah.
Doctor. Changing her tail a bit compared to the other one. At this stage, I'm looking at the kind of composition of the piece in general. It's got some straight angles that are from her arms going straight out and down, but there are a lot of really organic curves from the little sea monster dude and the curls of her tail, the fins. And I'm not gonna make her naked, but I'm drawing in approximately where her seashells are going to be. We'll see if Instagram kicks me off for 3 days like they did last time I painted a mermaid. They thought was naked for some reason.
Nakeds.
If
you really want to see nakeds, you should go to the museum.
See, and who was talking about
Ellie.
that and who wanted to go to the Louvre?
Penguins would be cool.
Penguins?
All right.
Penguins are cool. I've seen.
Sure.
I've seen penguins a few times.
Did the porcelain statue sell? No. You're welcome to go up.
Porcelina, the big sculpture. I think she's still there at the gallery. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Last time.
Are there any thoughts about colors yet?
No. No, not at this point. I'm still trying to think about what this painting's going to turn into.
Blob Help says anatomy equals vulgar. Yeah, I know. Noses disgust me.
What disgusts you?
Anatomy.
Oh, in general?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's a lot of things. I'll probably, I'd say realistic colors, whatever that is. You know, sea monsters, they are greenish brown.
We ourselves have never attended NakaCon.
I've never been to NakaCon. Yeah, I've had a booth there a million times, but I've never
she was asking
there.
Tammy.
Oh, okay. Now my sister Amber sets up NakaCon. Do you know if Amber's doing NakaCon?
I don't.
Year? Okay.
I think it's funny
that a question for Amber.
Instagram, IG did that. Is that Instagram? I have seen art. There's more revealing than what Jasmine paints. I don't get
all it has to be is somebody has to report it, or enough people have to report it. So it could just be people too much time on their hands.
Oh my gosh. Tell me about it, Mimi.
Yeah, I mean, my Facebook.
I mean, we're on the front lines here. Ugh.
I've been blocked out from Facebook multiple times because of obscenities, including my Ariel painting that hangs at Disney World and is on little girls' t-shirts.
If Disney...
Facebook is like, no, that's obscene.
Okay, why wouldn't Facebook?
I don't know. Because they don't want to argue with people if they say they were offended by it. I don't know, man. Yeah, I have friends who do very kind of subversive artwork with lots of nakeds in it, and they don't seem to have problems.
I don't know why nudity in art is censored. I grew up seeing all types of art which contain nudity. It's an American thing.
It is mostly an American thing. Puritanical leftovers.
Yeah. I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
Facebook is absurd. I agree.
Yep.
I mean, if y'all weren't on there, we wouldn't be on there.
What's that?
If you all weren't on there, we wouldn't be.
I wouldn't. Why would I?
It's like D&D when it all goes wrong. Rock falls, everyone dies, end of game.
Yep. Well, for example, the sculpture, I don't think I have a picture of the actual sculpture, but I just have my other study I did of it, and that was nude, and it's at the Louvre, and it's from a couple hundred years ago, and nobody would probably have a problem with that. They put a picture of it on
Uptight
Instagram.
Puritan mindset.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree. They think that one thing leads to another, which is false.
Yeah, but also...
often it leads to bizarre curiosities and complexes if you don't... just regularize things, normalize. If we normalize artistic nudity, it wouldn't be an issue. We've made it.
Your clothes. If you're a mermaid, maybe you don't want to be wearing a big
saying
outfit.
It's creepy is creepy.
Yes.
Yes, it's.
It's when people say they have a problem with it that it makes it weird.
Right.
Otherwise, I wouldn't even think about it.
Right.
I've never looked at
London galleries are full of nudes. Fabulous classic art.
I know.
I agree, Avazman. Yeah. I love me some National Gallery.
I do too.
Those are the people with the dirty mind that go there. Absolutely, Clara. I could not agree with you more.
What was it?
Those are people with a dirty mind that go there.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Beware those people in a way. I mean,
know.
Those are
it's like the eye of the beholder thing. It's like, really, you're looking at this aerial painting of mine and you're thinking it's obscene? That might say more about you than it does about me.
Absolutely. And anyone who wants to destroy art because of that, bad.
Bad people.
That's bad for the world.
That's bad for everybody.
That's history.
Yeah.
Victorian Albert is great. Oh, man.
I love the Victorian Albert
Me too.
Museum.
I could spend all day.
I love the
beauty in all
gallery
regards.
halls. Those are fantastic.
Objet d'art.
The cast gallery halls are two of the
good.
coolest rooms I've ever been in my life. I'm so happy I got to take my dad there.
The decor is amazing. Well, he still hasn't went on that one side.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because it has been closed.
They've been working on that. Well, remember, it was getting water damage, and you could tell. You could, see it coming from the ceiling for a while.
Hitler killed for art. Hey, Monuments Men is a great movie. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I'd recommend it.
It's about art during that time period, yeah. It's about
saving art. You cannot censor history, and you cannot censor humanity. Yeah, you can.
What's that?
Well, they certainly try.
Oh, I didn't hear what you said.
Censor. You can't censor history.
Oh.
Says Shaylee.
No. It's harder now. People.
This is the 10-sided dice fairy pin.
Yeah.
And I will go talk to Moobot here.
Cards, so. 10-sided dice fairy. She's a little necromancer. Got little skeletons on her. Little mage look. She's pretty cool. She's got a 10-sided dice. You can tell because there's a 0 on the dice. I don't know if you can see on the camera, but...
Make my clay.
Awesome.
And I've seen them in the room quite a bit. Not tonight so much, but in general.
So we should be able to contact them somehow.
Yeah, I think they're I think they're Australian. I could be wrong.
Oh, cool. Well, it might be sleep then, man. What time is it in Australia?
I don't know. Maybe they're smart and they just get in the room like to hit raffle.
Get the heck out of there.
Put my little message in here.
Just try to make my mermaids have kind of a more rounded midsection. Often you see pictures of mermaids that kind of look like scarecrows with a tail stuck on them. I like to actually give some volume and shape to them.
Okay, Amid says, "Hi Jasmine, new to the channel, so glad to find you live.
Oh!
I just started art school for illustration.
Oh, cool.
You are definitely one of my influences. Love to draw, paint fairies and dragons.
Perfect.
I missed the beginning. Do you sketch with paint or pencil when you start a new piece?"
This one I've been working on with paint since we've started. I kind of drew some outlines out with a mechanical pencil already on top of the gesso just to kind of figure out where I wanted everything before I started putting it in paint. But most of the sketching I do with a stretched liner brush, little tiny skinny brush, like a size 0 brush. I use that to kind of outline everything. At this point, I haven't really put any colors in it. I'm still kind of deciding what it's a square painting, since all the paintings in the show have to be square, so it requires a lot more thought as far as composition goes. So I'm spending more time on that than I otherwise would do if it was a rectangular painting. Whenever a painting is a different shape other than a rectangle, basically, you kind of have to justify why the painting is shaped like that with the characters and composition within it.
Jasmine.
Yeah.
The designator has a nice message for you. I just have to say that one of my absolute favorite paintings of yours is the one with the green fairy holding the ferret.
Aww.
I found it online right after I lost my little Wuzzle.
Aww.
We're fond of ferrets in this house.
We are very fond of ferrets.
We don't have any. We have horrible cats.
We have horrible cats, yeah.
We love all the furry little guys.
No, I love all the ferrets of the world.
Oh, also those of you, mostly the Brits in the room, I got a message from Armoral, who makes the fables, and she says my fable is close to being ready.
Ooh, we should show that off.
So as soon as I get that, I'll show it off on Twitch, and I'll show it off on Facebook and whatnot.
Several of the people in
and
this
I'll
room
promote her heavily
because
she is a fantastic artist and a super nice person.
Yes, she's always been very friendly.
I can't say anything bad about her.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I want to.
Yeah, I mean, we could try.
I mean, I do, but no. I do tease her a bit.
Well,
for someone who has never been there before, how early do you have to show up to a Pop Gallery event to get one of the first 200 in line? Wolfia Wall, if you, Disney has told us...
Yeah, they've got different rules this time than ever before. So
Pop Gallery opens at 10 o'clock.
Yes.
Disney does not want any queuing.
Any lining up.
Right. So they say you can show up 10 minutes before 10 a.m. Even though that will probably make a queue, but there's not much we can do about it.
People will probably queue up, but that's what Disney is asking us to tell people. So
basically, if you make a Jasmine item purchase with a receipt, you get 1 pin per receipt.
Per receipt, yeah.
Yes, and then so if you had 5 people with you, and you have to make 5 separate purchases.
Things. You can buy something cheap like a postcard. It doesn't have to be.
It has to be a Jasmine.
It just has to be Jasmine. That's the only rule. Yeah, and then you get a free pin. But yeah, it's the first time Disney's had, because Disney obviously owns Disney World, so they get to make some rules about it, even though Pop Gallery is owned by, a different person other than Disney. Disney gets some of the money from it, and they have the rules about lining up, and they've asked us to say not before 10 minutes before the gallery opens. Gallery opens at 10 a.m.
And then you can come back and line up at 4 p.m.
Yeah, but you would have gotten your pin by then and everything. Because then I don't get there until 6 p.m.
Right. We're off from, we're riding Thunder Mountain. Hold on. So, totally Vix Allen says good night, Jasmine.
What's that?
Good night. They're getting up at 3:45.
I didn't hear the first part of what you said.
Vix Allen says good night.
Oh, okay. Good night.
And Make My Clay's here. They're going to email the details.
Oh,
yay.
Fabulous. Thank you. And congratulations. That grumpy little sea monster. He's looking so cute.
Right. If you are ever walking around the Thames River in London, you'll see many of the lamp posts that have these cute little dolphin sea monsters on the base before it heads up into a column, eventually turning into a beautiful lamp on a foggy night.
Yeah, they use them on the street lights.
Also, you'll see them around Paris as well. But London is where I think of those.
Well, even think of like in front of Buckingham Palace, like the fountain has these
Yes.
little guys.
Yes, it seems like not quite a leitmotif, but something's going on with those fish in London. So they give away pins with purchase before your 6 p.m. signing. Yes. Absolutely fair law.
As soon as the gallery opens up, basically.
It is a necessity. Otherwise, Disney will shut it down.
Yeah, they'll kick us
too many
out.
People.
Yeah, it's a crowd control and health and safety issue.
Basically, get there at 10 a.m.
I would say, yeah.
That's my advice to you.
10 minutes before 10 a.m. I'd say get there at 9:50.
Oh, Kieran says he's going now. They're having internet problems. Sorry, Kieran.
Oh, shoot. Well, we got to see you for a little bit.
Hugs to you, Kieran. Sorry about that.
Your internet is working later. You can always catch up. I was going to say on your channel, but you can find them on YouTube tomorrow.
Right, and if you win, I'm sure that
we'll definitely
let you know.
Yeah.
I bought on Italy that was an alabaster jar with a bronze-style dolphin.
Really?
You bought one in Italy. I see.
Like one of the little dolphin monsters.
Yeah.
I love them.
They're super cool.
Yeah. You often see little cherubs kind of riding on them on the back. And Italian fountains.
Yeah, we don't see much for dolphin fish here in America, do we?
As far as the design motif?
Yeah.
And sculptures?
The little nasty monster dolphin fish.
Well, we have a fish called the dolphin fish that lives here in America, but yeah. I think you see them in old like atlases and maps. You'll see them like the here be dragon sort of things, like don't go this way, there's too many sea monsters, and old-timey maps that haven't been filled out yet.
I love those.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried visit the Natural History Museum? I love playing Spot the Animal on the building. I always find a new one every time I go back.
Absolutely,
in London? Rage Pixie.
Yes, I love the Natural. That is such a
4 times or so.
It's like
Jasmine likes to go to the Spirit Museum there.
The place where you can see all the animals saved in jars. That's what they mean by spirits, not like ghosts. Formaldehyde. They've got millions of animals specimens that they put into jars, and you can see them if you take a private tour of it. It's really cool. But yeah, the building itself is amazing. It has it's built like a cathedral, but it's a museum. So instead of having like gargoyles, they'll have pterodactyls.
The pterodactyl.
Yeah, I love
cute.
the pterodactyl gargoyles, and lots of different animals are in there. And
Rage Pixie says, "I know it's insane and a wee bit creepy."
Oh,
that's not a far walk from where we stay there.
Yeah,
in London.
Yeah,
in the Mayfair area,
very close.
We walk down the street and right next to the V&A. I'm very familiar with that area.
Yeah, Albertopolis.
Yep, it's a fantastic place to be.
Yeah. Another natural history museum is very nice. I like their precious stone and gemology department there too.
Have you ever been to the London Dungeons? Yeah, we've been there.
What was it?
Have you ever been to the London Dungeon? Yeah,
we've
been there.
Yes.
I think years and years ago.
We were there when Matt Berry was working there still.
Probably.
I think we were. Yeah.
Yeah, we went there, and it was. It seemed kind of like our haunted houses here.
Yeah.
In America, but
British specific.
Yeah, yeah, and not near as scary.
Not as scary. Yeah.
Yeah, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. I have not been back, but I enjoyed it. Checked out the movie Fantastic Planet. You mentioned
really?
that cool movie.
Who
very much reminded me of Heavy Metal Magazine. Yes, Tigger.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you.
And who was it? Who saw it?
Tigger.
Oh, perfect.
Well, you get a big Matt hug for that.
Yeah.
Anyone I can turn on to that movie, it's great. That's like my hobby.
Did you know that movie before I met you?
No. No, if I did know it, it was probably still shots or something.
Yeah.
I had not seen any.
Or from Heavy Metal Magazine.
I still don't remember seeing it from Heavy Metal at all.
Oh.
No.
I have some issues of it that have the little guys.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember those, but
okay.
That's cool.
I got them when I was at UMKC at the bookshop.
But yeah, fantastic movie, Fantastic Planet. Don't confuse it with Forbidden Planet. Also a good movie, but very different.
Very different.
One is old school sci-fi. The other one is freaky Czech art. Yeah, it's also just a fantastic story. Oh, thank you so much, Make My Clay. They sent the email.
Oh, thank
Yay.
you. And congratulations again.
Ohms, yep.
Ohms.
Yep.
The ohmization. I'm a disagreeable ohm.
Oh! I love that part.
I like that part too. But the ones that were in heavy metal were often like nature stuff. Like this is a type of plant that lives here, and it would be like almost like a Ranger Rick sort of thing.
Aw, Nigel says the internet's driving him crazy.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm sorry. Have you tried restarting your modem?
Have you turned it on and off again?
And come back to us. I don't know.
It might just be bad. I think Mercury's still retrograde.
Oh, I tried one of those internet Wi-Fi extender things, and it worked really well.
Things? Yeah.
I plugged it in.
Oh, at the other house. Yeah.
Yeah, and I told it I did the WPS button, which you don't even need a password for. I plugged it in, hit the WPS button on the router there, and it extended it further in there, and now I have better internet access in the office I work in.
Yay.
Twitch stream has been really steady today.
Good.
Says SB Reynolds. On my end, too. Keep in mind, guys, that I also watch it on stream.
Yeah.
I don't watch it as if I'm seeing the same thing you guys are.
You guys see. He has that.
Yeah, if you're live, if you're currently live, I'm seeing the same thing. So that's a good way for me to monitor what you guys are seeing. Yeah. And if I see any actual slowdowns on our end, I can try to fix them as soon as I can. And honestly, so far the biggest fix has just been like to hit go live again.
Yeah.
We
had to do that last time.
Yeah, that kind of. I hate those interruptions.
I hate it when I have to export it to YouTube the next day and I have to explain to everybody. I'm like, this is the part 1. There's a part 2, but it's going to show them out of order because YouTube always puts them up the other way. And
Kendra says, OMG, Ranger Rick. I used to love that. Yeah, Ranger Rick's cool. Oh, Kay Harmon's enjoying the Seek app.
Oh, good.
Yay, been having a lot of fun when you go hiking. Excellent. I'm interested to see what you'll be able to find when the kind of goes dormant in your area.
Yeah. There's still stuff around.
There is stuff, but what would be easier? Some of the birds might be able. You're easier to spot. So today I was able to identify a bird that I hadn't been able to before. It was a dusky
moorhen.
What's that?
Dusky moorhen?
Yeah, dusky moorhen.
Yeah.
I watch on my PS4 and I also have it on my tablet so I can type quicker. Sweet.
Ah. Bare-faced ibis too. I got him.
Yes. Excuse me. Yeah, and I didn't get him.
You didn't get him.
And I was able to get something. Oh, I was able to get that fragile, that damselfly.
Fragile ebony wing. No, not ebony wing. Jewel wing.
I'll look it up real quick.
It's some sort of half-winged one, yeah? Or forktail.
Yeah, I think it's fragile forktail.
Yeah, fragile forktail.
Alliteration there.
It's a type of damselfly, which is kind of like a dainty little dragonfly.
So if you guys don't know what we're talking about the Seek app.
S-E-E-K, like you're looking for something.
And I'm not sure what all formats it's available on. It's also under sometimes just iNaturalist.
Yeah.
Basically, you place your camera over an item and you look at it as if you were to take a picture, and your phone then identifies the plant or animal.
Yeah, by item he means like if you're out in nature and there's a plant or an animal or lichen or fungus or anything like that, really.
And it's just the coolest thing, and I've been addicted to it ever since I've got it.
Yeah.
I feel like it feels like I'm living inside Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
So definitely check out that app if you haven't, because the more users that use it, the better the app will work.
Yeah.
So I got to promote it myself.
Yeah.
Who else is looking forward to this month's Patreon pin? I'm absolutely in love with it. Me too, yes. Rage Pixie.
I'll show that one off real quick in case anybody's just
She is cute.
Us. Yeah. Little tiny pastel dragonling. She turned out adorable. I don't know if the camera's showing her, but she's a little cutie.
Oh yeah,
she's the same
it
line
focused
art
for a
really
second.
as
Excellent.
Ruby Dragonling, but different colors. Looks very, very different.
Oh, Nigel says I have reset the router twice today. It's crazy.
It must be just
I'm sorry.
their connection. He's probably working.
Well, it's not. It's not Karma doing it, Nigel, because you gave me all those bounty bars.
Yeah.
If there was Karma, your internet would work perfectly.
Exactly. Sometimes I'm amazed the internet even works.
Muriel says, I love her, I think maybe more than Ruby.
Aw.
Well, excellent, Muriel.
Yeah, very different colors.
No, it's not sacrilege to say that.
Oh,
that's just an
not
opinion.
at all. That's her sister. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just an opinion, but yeah, she's
no,
so cute. You guys are going to be very happy with
the same enamel palette I used on this one. I used with Seashell Mermaid and Seashell Collector.
I just get all the lines in that. I cannot believe.
I know it's
how detailed it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, staring at all of them as I put together, I get very familiar with these, and sometimes I'll have favorites, and this is my favorite one that's not sparkly or glow in the dark.
You like the sparkling glow in the dark?
I'm pretty obvious. I like the ones that do neat things.
What, do you like Sea Star a lot because she's sparkly and glows in the dark?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
She's so cute, like good. Rainbow Sherbet. Oh, I like that.
That's a cute one.
That is a cute one. Excited for the December pin as a huge Alice in Wonderland fan.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So those of you who go the extra mile and
I didn't have a
you get the
that, right?
You get the Cheshire Kitty for your pin of the month. That's the orange Cheshire Kitty. Then you'll have at Pop.
Yeah.
You'll have the green one.
Yeah, I don't think I've printed those out yet. Gosh darn it.
And then they can be twinsies.
Yep.
And you can be the envy of the block.
Precisely. But yeah, it'll be the Cheshire Cat will be for December, and it'll be the orange one is the one that we send to everybody and the Patreon people, etc. And then we'll have the special green one will be the Pop Gallery one on the 14th.
Twinkle Flutterby says, isn't it amazing how a change of color can really change the look of a pin?
It's very
Both are stunning.
True.
Couldn't choose a favorite. That's great.
Yeah, that's
I think she's the smallest of all the pins. She is a wee, cute little thing.
She's not big.
I will say there's a lot of room on that card for Jasmine's signatures.
Yeah, she's horizontal. So if you think about her being as tall as the other pins, if you hold her that way, but
she's just a cute little dragonling of a thing.
Yeah, cute.
And Rage Pixie says, "Oh, I love the glitter ones, the mead one especially." Ha ha.
Aha.
Yes, I love oak and mead. That's a beautiful one.
That was a very good one. Oh, it took forever to design the pin on that, though.
Oh, hope you do Cheshire and purple someday.
That would be a cute one. Yeah, I thought about doing a pink or purple.
You know, we could do the whole rainbow.
Yeah, I know. I could do a rainbow Cheshire Cat and put a whole rainbow on it.
That'd be so cool.
Do a sparkly one, glow in the dark one.
Yes.
Well, once when it's like something like just the Cheshire Cat, it could be kind of any color. Really.
We absolutely do trade pins at Pop Gallery events, Tigger.
Yeah. I don't know if I will, but Matt does.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna bring extra this time.
Yeah.
Because it seems like the people that are there first hit me really hard. I need to go back and reload with some of the more rare ones.
Yeah, because we often have some of the rare ones left over from shows.
I don't know. I want to make it exciting for you guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like if you see me and suddenly people are like, oh, I want that one, I want that one, I want that one, and then sometimes those are I'm suddenly covered in pins that are a little bit more common. And then you're like, oh, I have that one, but I like it.
Yeah. There's a lot of the people who trade pins aren't even like really into pins. They're just there and they see a pink one and they want a pink one,
Yeah. Mimi says she can't come in December. Well, fine, Mimi. Fine, whatever. December is so busy at your house. Aw, that's sweet. That's because you're a family person. You have a nice, sweet, close family.
Yeah.
Jasmine and I don't.
No.
We just have
not at all.
We have her, we have me, and we have the kitties.
Yeah.
Rainbow Cheshire would be awesome.
Yeah. You know how I did the Rainbow Dragonling one? That would be cute with the Cheshire Cat.
Tigger says,
a lot of stripes too.
Thank you so much, T. Lowry. You just subscribed. 15 months.
15 months. Wow.
Wowza. I think we've been on for 19.
Well, yeah.
We have some people that have subscribed since the beginning, but 15 months is incredible.
That is a long time. I will probably be here painting.
Sparkly rainbow glow-in-the-dark kitty cat would be Mega.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Mega is such a Brit term to say. That would be
totally
Mega.
Mega. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yes, you do have a good family, Mimi.
Yeah. I'm kind of not sure what I'm doing with her hair yet. I think you kind of Rococo updo, but it's a hairstyle, so she's in the water though. So she's not going to be under the water. I might have part of her under the water and part of her over the water.
She's looking cute, Jasmine.
Yeah, she is looking cute.
It's now what I like to categorize Jasmine's mermaids not by how evil they are, like some of you guys want to, but how big they are. I've noticed that much like a goldfish, the ocean ones tend to be bigger. Yeah. The little ones in lakes and ponds tend to be smaller, and then the ones in streams tend to be even tinier, like they could fit in your hand.
Yeah.
I like to think that amongst the koi is a tiny little...
She's a freshwater mermaid.
Yeah,
so
she's a freshwater koi, because she's in somebody's backyard pond, and she's just tiny. Like she could fit in your hand.
Yeah.
So I like to think of them in size.
Yeah.
But yeah, amongst the koi is one of my favorites. As those big, beautiful Theo eyes.
I think that one's based on Ellie.
Ellie? Yeah, well, she has big, beautiful Theo eyes too.
Yeah, she does.
She just wasn't born first. And I'm referring to our nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
Sometimes Jasmine.
I've done a lot of paintings.
Well, they have Ellie in particular has similar eyes to you.
Yeah.
And Theo used to definitely.
When Theo was a little boy, yeah.
Ellie's eyes haven't changed that much since she was a baby.
Well, she's a girl.
Yeah.
Theo's a 16-year-old boy now. So.
I still think he should continue to base off things off.
He still has pretty eyes.
Jasmine based a few off my eyes, and they turn into these little horrible monsters.
All the little skull ones.
Yeah, it's like Jesus.
Resurrected
Jasmine.
Little nasty monsters. Yeah.
What's an example? If you guys want to see some that are based off of my eyes,
trying to think. The Angel of Death one from the E Vampiri.
What's the title?
Angelo della Morte. Or if you just search E Vampiri, it'll come up.
Okay, I'll find it. If you guys want to see one that's based off of
that's
me,
like half raccoon and half monkey skeleton, and put your eyes on it.
That's me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and even the ones below there.
Yeah.
So if you.
That's a painting I was talking about.
So if you know Jasmine, she might maybe she'll get your eyes in there, and
I might steal your eyes and put
so the link I just put up are based off of me, and it makes me feel loved.
Good.
Yeah, I said that with no sarcasm.
Oh, I thought you were being sarcastic.
I never thought of it like that. That's a really sweet and lovely idea. Small, teeny, tiny mermaids and mega ocean ones.
Yeah.
I don't think they get much larger than, let's say, like...
Well,
actually, the Porcelina... Porcelina, the statue.
The statue of
the
her.
Statue.
Yeah,
that's the way I think of the big ones. Like Orca
like
Magic.
She was really that
Orca
big.
Magic's big. She's probably your biggest one.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I'm trying to think, because I don't really show a lot in to compare them to, either of those. Porcelina doesn't have anything else in the painting. Orca Mermaid just has orcas in it, but they're way in the background. I don't know. This one is an ocean one so far. I don't know. Based on the waves, it's kind of looking oceany, but she's got a sea monster friend, but who knows how big he is. It's not like sea monsters are a specific size. No.
Shaylee says, if you ever need a big old pair of brown eyes, go ahead and use them.
Aw.
Yep, and I told the group I have squinty eyes with bags underneath, so that kind of gives them the extra. I have a lot of extra skin under my eyes.
Can I have some of it?
What's that?
Can I have some of it?
No.
Oh.
I earned that, man.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I've had that when I was little too.
Oh.
My mom does too.
You didn't
I have my mother's eyes.
Child? Oh.
I always seem to draw bags under eyes. It's how I add character. Haha.
Ah.
Mimi says sounds like my eyes too. Shut up, Mimi.
Your eyes are Mimi. You have beautiful eyes.
Way nicer than mine. Whatever. That's like a false modesty weird thing, Mimi. You're not allowed to say that. Tigger says I have very distinct eyes. Thank you. But back to Jasmine's beautiful big eyes and the characters.
Oh, yeah.
Which everybody very much adores.
Yeah.
So, what do you think, Jasmine? You're often told, "Hey, you have big eyes. Your eyes, big art. Big eye. That's your art style." What would be the second most distinctive feature?
Oh,
that,
like
that
a lot
you
of
think
the characters I paint, or in my artwork?
In your artwork in general, it doesn't have to necessarily be a feature of anatomy. What do you think? It could even be theme.
Composition-wise? Well, you could say...
anything.
You could say theme-wise, I use a lot of fantasy sort of things, like fairies and mermaids and stuff. Composition-wise, I like to often put really ornate backgrounds in a lot of my artwork, which a lot of fantasy art does not do, so that kind of makes it stand out a bit. If we're talking about my characters, their heads seem to be really big, even more than like their eyes are big. I always think their heads are really amazingly large, especially if it's something like this, based off of a sketch off of a realistically shaped person that her head, if she was a person, would only be about like that big if she was a real person.
That's true.
But she's got a big old head. Character-wise, they seem to have funny little noses, kind of like my nose. People will point that out. They're like, "Oh, you've got a funny little nose, just like your character."
Ridiculously small mouths, relatively.
Small mouths, yeah.
I mean, think my mouth is much larger than my eye.
Yeah.
But look at your characters. I mean,
I don't know.
How many
my mouth
mouths
is larger than my eye.
When I'm looking at that screen, I think 10 of her little mouth lips could fit inside that the left eye there.
Yeah.
The eye on the left, rather.
Yeah. If you look at how big her mouth is compared to her eye. I have a very small mouth, though, too.
That's true.
So, I also kind of have a big old head compared to the rest of me.
Yeah, you measured my head the other day.
Yeah.
And my head isn't very large.
No, your head's pretty small.
I think that's probably not the best sign.
Yeah.
Kieran says YouTube can be annoying at times, especially when they're updating it, because there have been times when YouTube servers have gone down.
Yeah. Well, it's probably a very well-trafficked website. I mean, at any given time, they probably have millions of people looking at YouTube.
Kazamaka says, I've got meat hooks in mine at the moment, 24 hours with no sleep. Erg. Are you like Alex from Clockwork Orange? Kalira says, small head, LOL. Hey.
Yeah. What do you think about that, small head?
I really don't mind. I'm kind of, I don't know, a bit calloused. It doesn't matter. We small-headed people have to do other things to make up for it, I suppose.
I guess so. A lot of the kids in my family seem to have big heads.
I seem to have a large head as a child. We all did.
Yeah.
But
yeah, children have large heads in general. If you look at the percentage of their body weight that is a head.
Yeah, Kazamaka says, I have a light bulb head.
Are you the man with the light bulb head?
You always have a great idea.
What?
Kazamaka says, I have a light bulb head. Yeah.
I said, like the man with the light bulb head. It's a song.
I don't know it.
Oh,
what song is it? Who sings it?
Robin Hitchcock.
Oh. Hey, I taught Moobot to say if you have a specific question for Jasmine, try to include at Matthew Beckett in your comments so I can see it. So it comes up automatically.
Oh, nice. You trained Moobot to do this?
I trained the cow.
Wow.
Could you let Jasmine know that I've created and uploaded videos from the Glastonbury Fairy Fair?
Oh, cool. I'll have to check those out.
Airmed says, this is so cool to watch. A few questions for Jasmine. How long does a painting take for you to complete? And wondering, why do you prefer acrylic over oil?
Let's see. Well, time-wise, it depends on the painting. Depends if it's a commission for, like, a company that I have to redo a million times or not. Something like this will probably take me about 40, maybe 50 hours. It's a 12 by 12 and kind of complicated, but not super complicated. It's got one main character. I paint a lot though, so I'll probably get it done this week some point. I like acrylics over oils. I used to paint in oils a lot when I was a kid. I grew up learning to paint in oils, but I switched over to acrylics. I like being able to mix them with water. I like them to be able to dry very quickly. For example, this painting, I need to scan it in a couple days, so I like something that is not going to be all mushy still when I need to scan it in. Also, as those of you who watch me on Twitch, see, I put my brush in my mouth a lot to make it pointy, and I'm just kind of compulsive about it. And if I use oil paints, a lot of those are poisonous, and the acrylics that I use are non-toxic, so I don't have to worry about that. Or my cat's drinking my paint water, or any weird chemical stuff. So when I need things to dry quickly, I'll just bust out my hairdryer, do that, and then it's dry enough to put another layer on top.
There you go.
Being able to mix them with water is a big thing, though. Not having to bring paint thinner around, or linseed oil, or any of the other cobalt dryers, or stuff that you got to add to oil paints. I'm very low tech about things. I'm like, paint, water, piece of wood, good. And with water, I am gonna pour out this water and get some water that is less murky. And I will be back in a moment. Is there a kitty cat I should grab?
There's cameras on the couch if you want. Yeah, oils take forever to dry, and some paintings never actually dry because the oils are so heavy. I have seen art hang when the oil is still wet, and I'm just terrified sometimes when I go to a different shows and I'm near an oil. Because I'm scared I'm gonna hurt it. So with Jasmine's acrylics, for me, as far as art handling, it makes it easier on my end because I'm able to frame it a little bit quicker, and it's very flat. So I like that, and she puts her varnish on it, and it makes it nice and flat and ready to go. And I don't feel worried about hurting it. But yeah. There's Jasmine doesn't have like
I have no
impasto. Yeah, we said that in unison. Yeah, impasto, what that means, guys, is I'm sure a lot of you know, so forgive me if I'm just saying something I already know, is when you see a painting and it has a bump, like a mountainous geographic sort of surface, Jasmine's are like are more like smooth like glass. Not 100%, but they're very flat. You can tell they're meant to be. But some people use the pasta to a good effect. So it's kind of cool. I've seen it works very well with a lot of abstract pieces, I've noticed. Or impressionists. Because it gives it a neat 3D thing. And then some of them almost start turning into reliefs, or it gets is this painting or is it sculpture? Is a little bit of both, and that's a whole different medium. So it's kind of cool. People have fun with it. I wondered. I always used acrylics, but art school likes to push the oils.
They do.
I think it's because it's we know oils from like ancient paintings. That's what people used to do.
Well, acrylics have only been around for less than 100 years, so
right.
Everything before that really is going to be oils or wash or tempera, egg tempera. Where's my Sunshine though?
And that kitty's name is Sunshine, and she is
She's a dainty,
fairly well-behaved kitty.
Squirrel of a thing.
And she's a lot of fun, and she is our forever kitten.
Yeah,
she's a tiny little thing, and she's, gosh, probably pushing 10 years old. I don't know.
Yeah, she's practically a senior cat, but she's still kitten-sized and very much.
And she acts like a kitten still.
Very much kitten in attitude.
But some
of you might have seen the Instagram. I posted the picture of her chasing her tail, or a video of her. Oh man.
Oh, Mimi wants to know about a photo that she saw where you're using two hands to color.
Oh.
Do you have?
Was I drawing?
I
do that when I draw, but not when I paint.
I think it might have been at the coloring event.
Oh.
Is it true that she's ambidextrous? I think that's just totally cool if it's true. Just curious.
Yeah.
I think
I'm more so than a lot of people.
She likes to practice with both hands in case one gets chopped off.
Yeah.
Yay! Nigel's internet's working better.
But no, if you saw a picture of me, I don't usually paint with both hands because I've got to hold the palette. But if I'm drawing, I'll do both at the same time. Yeah. Or yeah, like Matt was saying, like the coloring masterclass I did. I wanted to use 2 different colors, or I was working on 2 different areas, so I just used.
Okay, that coloring class, I have to say, as far as it was a, I don't know if Vicky's in the room, but it was probably the prettiest place you've done an event.
Yeah, beautiful building.
My gosh, it was beautiful.
It was in the Guild Hall, the old Guild Hall in the city of Bath in England.
But, and Kitten says they're ambidextrous.
Oh, cool.
I'm not. I have to use each function I do. Usually, one hand is far superior than the other. Things are like that, though. You know, we learn how to.
Yeah, I'm definitely better right-handed, but there have been times where I have been more left-handed, but.
I could not imagine like stretching canvas backwards. That would look awful. Also, if I try to throw a ball with my left hand, I go into a bizarre fit. Like I don't look correct when I do it.
I remember I was at FairyCon East, and I was working on Baby Red Dragon painting, and I couldn't put the easel on one side for some reason. Yeah, and I did that whole painting left-handed. Yeah,
it seemed like it might not have been as quick, but you.
But I still did the painting. So
it just shows that it shows that your eye is really in control.
Yeah,
I think that's what it says more than ambidexterity.
Yeah,
I think it shows how well your eyes are.
Yeah.
Oh, Rage Pixie says, "Oh, I've been there. It's gorgeous."
Oh, in Bath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that specific room? I have.
Well, the whole Guild Hall was
photos
lovely.
of it. The Guild Hall was amazing. Did you go to the Guild Hall, Rage Pixie? I'm ambidextrous only if I need to punch someone's lights out.
That too. That's helpful.
Jeez.
Well, I think sometimes I purposely use my left hand when I don't need to, so I don't injure my right hand. Like if I'm not sure if something's hot or somebody throws something at me, I put my left hand up, which some people think, oh, that means you're left-handed, but I think it's so I don't hurt my right hand.
No, I'm right-handed all the way. I'm severely right-handed. I look at my left hand and I'm like, why are you even a thing?
All of my aunts and uncles, my biological ones, are left-handed or ambidextrous. I think.
Yeah. Left-handed people
like Aunt
ain't
Hilda
right.
And Aunt Pat and Uncle Nelson and Aunt
My mom's left-handed.
My dad is right-handed.
He acts like he's left-handed though. He's got that
people have told me that.
There's a cute little left-handed store at Disney Springs.
Yeah.
They have
kiosk.
If you're ever down there, they have a few items that you lefties might be interested in. Yeah, I'll have a very bizarre conversation with someone, and then they throw in, "I'm left-handed," and I'm like, "Yeah, I can tell."
Know. Yeah, we know.
I'm very right-handed. I don't know why I even have a left hand. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in case something happens to that
me
one.
Me too, Mimi.
Good to have a backup.
Oh, she did. Rage Pixie did go there. She was very impressed with it. She loves old buildings.
Oh, lovely.
So when we're in Bath, and I'm trying to pronounce it as
you want to say Bath.
Yeah. Bath. It was rainy, and we didn't get to explore the city near as much, but we definitely promised ourselves we'd go back.
Yeah, I felt silly because we got there like right before the master class started, and then we left right after there because we had to get back.
Yeah, I feel silly all the time. So.
Yeah. Oh, it's like they're like, oh my god, this place is really cool, and then we only see like the outside of the buildings and go inside, and then we leave 10 minutes after it ends. So I'd like to go back.
Rage Pixie has a 15th century church on the hill of her town.
Cool.
Cold in winter, but a lovely place to visit. Huh. And SB Reynolds said, my uncle and cousin are both left-handed, and the rest of us are right-handed. Family dinners are strategically planned.
I'm gonna say that would you didn't want to not elbow people around.
Ian is equally bad with either hand.
That's a way of being ambidextrous, sort of. Yeah.
I love it. Yes, that is ambidexterity.
It's what?
That is ambidexterity.
You're equally bad at both.
If you have a that's... I was about to read the Moobot thing.
Oh. Like, if you have a specific request...
So, yeah, I'm also, we're talking about toes and feet now. I'm also right-footed.
I didn't know that's how it works, is it?
You ever play kickball?
Yeah, I think.
I kick the crap out of a soccer ball or a kickball.
I don't know if I
with my right foot, but my left foot doesn't do so well.
Oh.
It's the same exact thing as trying to throw with my left-handed.
Okay.
I kick like, I mean, just kick it and go, eh. I even make a weird noise if I try to kick with my left. But my right foot can kick a ball a mile.
Pretty far.
Kay Harmon is right-footed but left-handed. Interesting.
I think my left eye is dominant.
Oh gosh, I don't even know how to check that.
Well, it depends. When I've got the astigmatism contact lenses, but if I ever have to wear non-toric ones, my prescription is different in each eye. But when they're toric, it doesn't matter for some reason.
I can only use both hands when juggling children and hot food. Wow, you should have an act. Then suddenly I'm the Da Vinci of hands.
Ooh.
Oh, they have these stories about Da Vinci writing with both hands at the same time, backwards, upside down in a mirror, underwater, in Latin. Whatever. I know Da Vinci was a genius, but my gosh, some of these have to be overblown legends.
You're not confusing it with, what's his name? Thomas Jefferson that could...
I don't know what I'm confusing
in two different languages at the same time with both his hands.
Thomas Jefferson, yeah, I saw him in the Hamilton play. He can do all sorts of things.
Pretty cool.
I'm right-handed but left eye dominant.
Yeah, see, I think that's what I forgot.
Kelly Sarah says, Ian has weird feet. Feet creep me out. See, we're talking about horror again.
Yeah.
I have.
Something. Has there been a horror movie that explores feet, like, as a phobia?
I don't want to know about any movies. That sounds weird.
Oh, see, you're afraid of them already.
No, I just don't. It just doesn't seem like it'd be well crafted.
Oh my, it could be really good. There have been hand-themed horror movies.
Let's see. Is there? Let me ask the room here. Have you ever seen a movie, and it's horror themed? We're not talking about like ninjas kicking people. Don't be funny about it. But really, a horror film where a foot is involved.
Well, like think about, well, I mean, things like Addams Family, there's a little hand that runs around. Or what about, is it The Devil's Hand? The one where it's a hand that goes around by itself? There are a couple movies from like the 60s like that.
There's a movie that is a anthology that's called Dr. Terror's House of Horrors. And a hand is disembodied and it strangles an artist, or it's an artist's hand that gets ran over and it strangles an art critic.
Oh, is that the one with the gargoyles? No. That's different.
That would be Tales from the Dark Side with Ray Dong Chong.
Okay.
Teeth that aren't in people's mouth, like teeth monsters. No.
Teeth that are in things.
Mimi might have an idea about
about
teeth and monsters.
At least teeth.
Saw. Is there a foot in Saw?
Is there a foot related one in Saw?
If somebody's foot gets cut off, I don't know.
Blur together to me. I'm not a huge fan of those.
The world of Nope for me. Yeah, feet aren't scary. They can just be kind of gross.
Yeah.
But I don't mind feet personally. They're just hands that we walk on. Hands are actually more creepy. So I don't think any body part necessarily
there's a Mystery Science Theater that's a hand that's disembodied too.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. We used to scare the niece and nephew, and then
with the hand.
Yeah, and they thought they were going to scare us back, so they
Matt would tell them scary stories
scary stories about a hand that would come get them at night. About a disembodied hand
that would.
And so we were. We have, you guys know we have the studio up in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Well, while we're gone for 3 months, sometime during then, the niece and nephew probably had to get together with Jasmine's mom.
Yeah.
And it was so cute. They cut out a giant hand
Actually,
out of paper.
Shaped. Yeah.
and they taped it to our shower curtain to scare us, and we pretended.
It was at Halloween,
terrified.
so it kind of made sense.
But it
was there for like 4 years.
What was scary is when we opened the door and the raven was in the fridge.
The refrigerator door. That was actually scary. They had like it wasn't a taxidermied raven, but it was like a fake raven that had real feathers on the outside of it, and they put it in my refrigerator. And so when I first get there, and I've been on an airplane all day, whatever, I opened up the refrigerator and I thought a bird had gotten in there, and it scared me.
Hey, scary stories you tell in the dark. Did one about the toe?
Oh yes, that one has about the toe. Yeah.
Trilogy of Terror.
Trilogy of Terror.
I love Trilogy of Terror. Does it have a?
I'm trying to think. Does it have a footsie one in it?
A foot in it? Trilogy of Terror.
It's got
awesome.
the little
that has a
guy with the
Karen Black with the little voodoo doll.
Yeah, the little voodoo doll with the little spear. Yeah.
I love that guy. Man, that he made me so happy when I was a little kid.
Aww.
I remember my mom was scared of that one, but I thought it was awesome, and I wanted that little guy.
Reminds me of the little guy that's in the Tokyo Disneyland or Disney Sea rather, Tower of Terror. It reminds me of that little guy.
He is like that guy. Yeah, Trilogy of Terror. Yeah, Blob. S.B. Reynolds had mentioned that one. I don't remember I'm trying to remember the other stories in
Trilogy.
I can only remember
have Leslie Nielsen when he's buried in the sand, is it?
What's that?
It's not the one with Leslie Nielsen buried in the sand.
No, that's Creepshow.
That's Creepshow. Okay, I'm sorry.
It's Stephen King.
Again, all those blur together for me too. I kind of watched a bunch of them in a row.
I love watching horror anthologies. Actually, we're watching Cat's Eye currently.
Yeah.
We just watched the first scene, Quitters Incorporated.
Yeah.
Which is
and the kitty in it looks like sunshine.
Yeah, and that's Cat's Eye is great.
I like it.
That's a Stephen King short story, and they all are.
Yeah.
The Zuni fetish doll. Yeah, I love that guy.
Yeah.
Good job, Feelwell. That's A nun and her twin sister. That's another one.
Is that
anyway,
one in
the doctor. It's either Dr. Tarot's House of Horror or Dr. Terror's, but he has like these.
I think it's Tarot, but it's.
And a seductive teacher. Yeah.
Is that when they're on a train?
Yeah, that one's on a train.
Yeah, that's why I didn't understand.
There's one with a werewolf. There's one with a vampire. There's one with a hand in the art critic.
Yeah.
But definitely, if you guys can catch that flick, I'll see what it's called.
How is it a house of horror when it's a train?
Quiet. Don't make fun of those
boxcar children. Oh.
Maybe it's Dr. Tarot.
I said Dr. Tarot.
I said maybe. I don't remember.
It is. I thought you were asking me.
Is it, or is it Dr. Terror?
I thought it was Tarot. That's how you described it to me.
Well, you've seen it with me.
I know. And doesn't he have tarot cards and he's on a train?
Yes.
Okay. Dr. Tarot, man.
But it's a house too. I mean, like you said, it can't be trusted. Dr. Terror's House of Horrors. It's not Dr. Tarot.
But it has tarot cards, right?
It does. It's poorly titled.
Do they?
But it is.
I'm going to come out with a terror deck, and it's just going to be tarot cards and not be scary at all.
Everyone go see this movie.
It's,
I'll put the Wikipedia.
I say walk, don't run.
Walk, don't run. No, everybody run out immediately. Leave Twitch and go watch this.
I am not responsible for the views of...
Plus, there's the 70s Vault of Horror and Tales from the Crypt. And also, oh man, the movie version of... what did Rod's... I'm trying to think of... Night Gallery. Oh, the movie version of Night Gallery. The painting that has... gosh, it has John Hurt in it, doesn't it? Hey, Shaylee, are you there? Because John Hurt's in that one, I think.
In the
who's in that one? That is the Night Gallery.
Okay.
Night Gallery, and that
again, the words what they're called means nothing to me. I don't have any nostalgia.
There is a painting, and it has portafoy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, portafoy, and I think that
is that the one that has "Call Me Billy," the lady in the.
No, that is Creepshow.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm trying to think of which actor is it. It might not be John Hurt. It's been a while since I've seen it. But Night Gallery, the movie. From 1969.
Wow, is it?
Yeah. Rod Serling was still alive, I think.
Yeah. Wow, though. Long before I was born. Before you were born. Doing a whole lot exciting here. I'm mostly just shading in areas, figuring out where my light source is going to be. I think I want this part of her face to be lit, kind of what would be her right-hand side, or the viewer's left-hand side, but I also want her to be kind of in a contrapposto pose, so like one of her shoulders is out closer to the viewer. She's going to kind of S-shape into here, which will help kind of reinforce the idea of why it's in a square instead of a rectangle. Especially with the little guy there, he's meeting some of the same sort of circular arches that her tail is, and it should look pretty pleasing to the eye when it's done.
I can only find Night Gallery, the TV series. I need to find
Was the TV series just like some of the episodes smushed together, or was it an actual movie?
There was definitely a TV series, and then there was a movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Was the movie a couple episodes pushed together?
I don't think there were episodes that were normally in there. I see what you mean. Kind of like the Twilight Zone the movie.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I can't remember the actor's name. You know, he was in whoever is in Fright Night.
Again, all these have such similar names, don't they?
Yes, they do.
They remind me so much of our comics that we have, yeah?
No, I think it was Roddy McDowall. I apologize. It was Roddy McDowall who was...
Using him with John Hurt. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. I couldn't remember. I remember it was some really cool British actor. But yeah, it was at Night Gallery, and I'll see if I can find it by looking at Roddy McDowall. I apologize, Shaylee.
You got Shaylee's hopes up, man.
That happens sometimes.
No.
Let's see.
Collarbone in here. In the areas I put shadows, I'm going to kind of put a middle tone, kind of a reflected light source in between where the darker shadows are, where her arms meeting her body there. This is just stuff that you learn from taking figure drawing classes. If you have like a college or community college near you, you probably have figure drawing classes you can go to for like $10 if you don't want to actually enroll. And basically, they're just some guy or some lady will get out there and you can draw them for 4 hours, and everybody plunks in $10 and makes it worth their while.
So everyone thinks the painting looks amazing.
Yeah.
I'm going back to the chat room now.
Oh,
I like how the lighting is working for the sea monster, says Kay Harmon.
Yeah.
It's not William Hurt, unfortunately.
Not William Hurt.
No, it is Roddy McDowall from... It says it's an episode here, but I remember it as being a movie.
Well, maybe that's what I'm saying. Maybe they took like 3 episodes and
maybe they did,
as
but
a movie.
that is a phenomenal episode, guys, of Night Gallery, where it's not where somebody sees a painting and the little guy moves from a grave. So there's a house, okay, and outside the house there's a graveyard.
Yeah.
Inside the house is a painting of the same house with the graveyard.
Yeah.
Well, somebody is viewing this painting, and it slowly changes. First, on one of the graves, it looks like some of the dirt is moving. But there's still shots, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Then you see somebody slowly getting out of the grave. And you're wondering if this is actually happening outside.
Yeah.
And then
because it looks
you
like
see a person, and they're coming out of the grave, and they're coming closer to the house, and then eventually you hear a knock on the door, kind of like the monkey.
Monkey's paw.
Monkey's paw.
Yeah.
But it is. I love that episode, which isn't. I mean, it's scary, but it's more fascinating than scary.
Yeah.
Our community college will let you audit classes as long as it's not full for no cost besides bringing your supplies.
Yeah, a lot of our art classes are like that. So
which community college is that, Kay Harmon? Is it JUCO? The books don't scare me while I read them, but was attacked and chased by dragons.
Oh, that sounds scary.
You were
If that happened to you, then I wouldn't be afraid of books.
Terry Pratchett books. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I had to like what?
Okay. Right,
Tezzy says I can't watch horror movies. My imagination is weird. I even had nightmares from reading Terry Pratchett.
Aww. I have family members who just won't watch horror movies.
That's fine. Oh yeah, it is JC JUCO. Yep. Oh. Johnson County Community College.
Yeah.
So you're also very close to raffle, guys.
Oh yeah, and this will be the second one. This will be Karen and Shemison.
Yep. Join the raffle if you haven't.
Shemison, if you have not, join it! !raffle, and you are entered. We will let you know who won, and then
my little alarm will go off, and then I'll draw the name.
And if you are not a pin collector, go to the pin collector group and sell it or trade it.
I'll put a link up there. And right now we're also giving away last year's a complete set.
Up in the pin year's group, last year Matt
Dragon
has
Con
a set
pins.
of the Dragon Con ones, and he's giving them away. He's not allowed to sell them. So.
Why would I? Why would I want to sell them?
I don't know.
I don't know what to do with money.
That's true.
So check it out.
Yeah, check it out, man.
The only thing that I've read that has scared me is a segment from the Paula Nick book, Haunted. If you've read it, you know the one I'm talking about.
I don't know if I have read that. I don't.
I love this pin. I wish I'd found... I love this pin. I wish I'd found you when this came out. She's gorgeous.
Aw. Yeah.
Well, it's never too late.
Yeah.
And you hop in there, and soon, Rage, your pin collection will be huge. Yeah. Everybody suddenly has a bunch of pins.
People who are joining now are still probably getting in the early
right. And if you want to order some from our site, remember the Black Friday's coming up. And what's our sale, Jasmine, up there?
I forget. You would probably know more than I would. I forget.
It's like 25% off everything or something. 25% off
everything or 30% off everything.
It's something wacky. I forget.
It's a good discount, whatever it is. And I think, I could be wrong, but I think if you are a Patreon 10 person, you get to use your Patreon 10 discount code also. Right?
It stacks.
So if you aren't a Patreon person yet, but you're wanting to buy something and take advantage of the Black Friday sale that will be coming up soon at strangeling.com, go sign up for the $10 Patreon tier. You can cancel to the next day after Black Friday and it will still work. Don't, but you can if you want to. And that means you get 10% off.
Well, if you want to take advantage, be a member during Black Friday. That's which is on the cusp of a month.
Yeah. So. Well, yeah, kind of. I'm trying to think. It's late this year, like Thanksgiving and everything is.
Right, and also those of you who collect Canvas Cuties, I'm putting together a list of Canvas Cuties that are going to go up there.
Oh yeah,
I'm probably going to add about 50 more.
Do we have a place online where people can suggest them? That might be
No, it's basically email Matt@strangeling.com.
Oh, okay.
Or email Jasmine.
I didn't know if we had it on the Patreon page or something. That might be good.
No, I don't think there's. I don't know how to do that.
No, really?
Oh, I don't.
Is it that difficult? Okay.
I have no idea.
Figure it out, I'm sure.
I'm on Patreon, so double score. Yay.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of, I finished the painting that I was working on last time. I left it out here to show you guys. Well, we had I worked on 2 little paintings last weekend. One was the Halloween one, and we gave that one away to somebody here at Twitch. Oh. And she's all done and varnished now, so we'll be mailing her out shortly.
Yeah, that one and then it's going to Melody, and that'll be, I guess, shipped on Tuesday.
Okay, yeah.
I've already printed the shipping label, so you'll have the tracking number.
But the other one, I finished her, and she's all varnished and turned out super cute. And I'm going to be giving her away to a random Patreon patron sometime this week, probably Thursday or something. I don't know. But I will do a random number generator up there. So if you are a Patreon person of any level, you will be automatically included in the raffle to give her away.
The discount,
an actual original painting.
Yeah, the discount is the Patreon discount only works on the US site if you're referring to Strangeling UK. But Paul does run during Black Friday.
Paul does the same. He'll do the same sale that I'm doing. But yeah, the Patreon things only work on my personal website. Yeah. I can't make it work on Disney or Strangeling UK or. All right,
Amazon let's talk to Moobot.
Yeah, Moobot.
Okay. Pins Gadgets 21. I think that might be. That might be. Is that Vicky? I don't know.
And they got the Karen and Shemison?
It could be Martin or Vicky.
Fabulous. Well, they have the name Pins.
Well, I see Gadgets, and I think about them. I could be totally wrong.
Oh, okay. Well, but they have the name Pins in their name, though.
Pins Gadgets, yeah.
Pin, so maybe they'll want a pin. Yeah. Cool.
Let's see.
Oh, you're looking so pretty, mermaid.
If that's the case, 2 are going overseas so far.
Yeah. Well, that's good. They're probably people who weren't able to come to DragonCon. So that would be nice. And so the last one would be the BB DragonCon Dragon pin, and that was the 3rd of the little DragonCon pins that we had this year. And he is super cute. He is the official gold and purple colors of DragonCon.
Yeah.
So you have, she's turning out. I don't know how well this shows up on the computer, so that's why I keep picking her up. But you can see I've started to draw some waves in there, and just kind of going into the middle distance. I don't really know if I'm going to put any other background elements other than the ocean and the sea monster, or if that will look too busy if I add anything. Like sometimes I'll put little islands or some mountains or something, but I think I might just kind of keep it her, sea monster, and her tail. But I really like how the shape of her tail kind of mimics the bow, if you would, of the sea monster there. Kind of makes it feel like a happy little figure 8 here. He's so cute. He reminds me of Mama Wolf, Maddie. Reminds me of one of our kitty cats. A cute little snoot like that. Like little mustache almost, little nose.
Oh, you missed Gamera. You just yawned huge.
Oh,
you look like a Vesper bat.
I'm scared when Gamera yawns. She does look like a Vesper bat. I can get my hand in there, I'd be terrified. Bites my nose every morning. How many times a day do you think Gamera bites my nose?
She probably bites it quietly at night.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That wouldn't be in the day.
You know, we should have a separate drawing tonight where we give Gamera away.
Oh, yeah.
I'll ship her off Tuesday.
Want Gamera?
Hopefully to be overseas.
Yeah.
She will come out very hungry.
She will.
Of the box.
But if she's in a different country, she probably won't be able to find us, and there would be no repercussions.
Yeah, because she won't. I don't. Just
think
remember, she'll growl at you and she'll bite you every time. Kazumaka wants her.
Really?
Really?
No, I commit full bore on these things.
Yeah. You really want the gammy? I don't know. I'm thinking,
Yeah, like
it would save my nose.
My stress would go away. My arms wouldn't look all.
I'll growl and bite back. She's amazing.
What's that? Oh, there you go.
Blob Help says Hangin' Tough was their jam for about a week.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Can you do the New Kids dance?
I think you can. I think you showed me that not that long ago, didn't you, Maddie?
Rosemina said I would, but my cat would get jealous. Cats don't get jealous of other cats ever. That's not a thing.
Mama Wolf.
You should have 70 cats.
We have enough cats.
I only want to encourage crazy cat people.
You what?
I only want to encourage crazy cat people.
Oh, okay.
As long as they can manage the kitties.
Yeah, as long as you're taking care of them. Don't keep them in boxes or something that
Bob
show on
said,
television.
Nope, we can't do the New Kids dance.
Oh, I don't think I
Mush the Hound needs a new friend since no Soul Cat.
Oh.
And Fat Cast passed away. Aw.
Guess no Soul
If I just found Gammy, I'd give it to you, but she's ours now.
Yeah,
she's our baby. She's our horrible child.
She's not even that old either. She's probably going to live another 10 years.
Rage Pixie says, oh yeah, my cat claws my right shoulder up all the time. It's a crosswork of canvas. It's of scars at this point.
Yeah, that's like, I don't know how well you can tell on the TV here, but yeah, my whole arms are nothing but short red lines.
I know that Gamera doesn't understand how much it hurts us.
She doesn't, because I think she'll do, and she's being lovey-dovey too.
She does.
And
Oh, she bites the back of my head when I'm eating.
Yeah, she'll do that to me too. She'll literally bite my skin on the back of my head. I thought it was pretty tight.
But man, she can actually bite scalp.
I've woken up in the morning, I've told you a few times, Andy, and there'll be like a hank of my hair with like a little square centimeter of bloody scalp on it on my pillow from Gamera in the night. I assume it's from Gamera. Yeah.
Nice. Birds also scratch up arms, says Shaylee.
Yeah,
Shaylee's got to get into the convo here. It raises a lot of questions. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Jasmine has...
That's what I mean. I've had people ask me if I'm okay.
Well, no, I just some people specifically who are in the know, they come at say, "Can I see your cat scratches on your arms?" I'm like, it's a little bit weird. But yeah, there you go. I'm
going to run up to the
Kelly Sarah has 2 cats, 18 and 19 years old.
Oh, wow. They're doing something right.
Dang.
Yeah, Gamera's only like...
The thing is, they don't bless them. It's all love. Oh, they don't bless them. It's all love. They treat us like cats. Kitty love is tough love. Definitely Rage Pixie. I agree. And otherwise, I would hold her accountable. But I don't. She is trying to groom you. That ain't grooming. No, Kalira. I promise that's weird. It's not grooming. Yeah, because she doesn't do that to the other cats. No, that's not grooming. It's something else. Now I'm gonna have a unnatural bald spot because of Gamera biting my head. That'll be my excuse anyway, eventually. Mine is a small, little, sweet, and weird old man tabby cat. Aww. Sounds sweet, Rosemina. She's trying to eat my brain. Yeah. So, sadly, she'll probably starve. So 80 people in the room, and let's see. Mine treats me like her kitten, but then she's deaf and losing her marbles. But now she's so old. None of our cats have any marbles. That's the thing is when you rescue kitties, they're a bit bred for, or they're not bred for domestication. Of course, cats are arguably not domestic. But the feral ones are really weird, and they have bizarre habits, and they try to do their best to, accommodate what's already the rules in our house, but they mean well, but they're still crazy and feral. You should be grateful for any voluntary affection from a cat. I agree, Blob. The thing is, we get tons of love from our kitties, brain eating or otherwise. So I do feel grateful, because that means that they like us and I'm treating them right. Well, Shadow Cat was a rescue, and she took 10 years to warm up on us. Total soft, fluffy, soppy mop now. Yeah, we have kitties that, I think we've had Rio probably for 8 years or so, and there's certain things that she won't let us do because she's still a fraidy cat. Your kitty bosses you around, like, audibly, like with meows. One of my cats has developed cat acne. That's interesting. Aw. He hates his medicine for it. I get constant side-eye and random bites these days. He is a rescue. Yeah, you never know what you're going to get with a rescue. And anyone that says that cats don't have personalities, or they have the same personality, hasn't had a lot of experience with cats. Or they don't really try. Oh, we're gonna show you. It looks like she's grabbing Gamera.
She's being docile.
Well, that's because she's been sleeping all day.
I know. A rough day of sleeping nonstop. Oh,
exactly, Rage. That's what I'm saying. They've never had a cat if they say that. People do say that, though.
Well, some people have a cat and they kind of treat it like you would like a table lamp or
the thing is, the cat doesn't... The cat doesn't... The cat gives its... Like Blob was saying, the cat gives its love when it feels like it, but it doesn't need to give you love. It can be okay.
For validation the way dogs do.
Right, it doesn't need validation. Actually, some of ours kind of do.
Yeah.
Sunshine's pretty needy.
Our cats are all special needsy.
Yeah, if you have our kitties, when we come home, when Jasmine and I are both gone and we come home,
yeah,
the 3 cats are at the door when we come in.
Oh yeah.
It's because they miss us. So we've done something right.
We did something right.
As much as we joke and stuff,
I know, we love Gammy. We'd never give away Gammy.
We're not going to give away Gammy. Are there any plans for Jasmine to do a full grayscale coloring book? Not grayskull.
Not for I was gonna say Masters of the Universe.
I have the power.
No, not as a book probably, because the publishers that make my coloring books only do line art. But I am planning on doing a. I've been planning to for a while. I just need to get the time to do it. Do a grayscale pack up at my Patreon. That are a bunch of grayscale ones that are not found in any books or anything like that. So that's something I've been planning on doing.
The power of grayskull. Now, what was the disease that was prevalent on Game of Thrones, Jasmine?
Grayscale?
Oh,
is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Why?
Just checking. Grayscale.
Like, are you drawing a parallel between it and the Masters of the Universe?
No, grayscale?
Uh-huh.
Like the
yeah.
coloring book?
Oh, well, you were saying the power of grayskull.
Yes, I was.
Yeah, okay. Kind of walked into your discussion here. But no, not as a printed book like you'd buy at a store, probably, because they just don't make those, I don't think. The company that publishes mine. But I do have grayscale ones of all my Patreon ones so far, so I've got like 40 some of those up at Patreon. And you can download them and print them on whatever sort of paper you like.
Yes, the stone men.
Or even canvas. Somebody had printed some out on canvas and showed me at the event last night, and it looked really cool.
I wish that we could train our cats, though. More like doggies.
Yeah.
In some ways, because I want them to sing.
Probably could have.
And I want them to walk around on
two
legs and be hilarious.
I know that guy in Key West with his trained kitties jumping through hoops and whatnot, but...
Yeah. You can tell that guy loves his kitty so much.
Yeah. But that's his job, you know. I can't justify spending 10 hours a day training my cats to do something.
Very true.
Got paintings to do.
Well, I guess we'll just have to hire someone to train our cats.
Yeah.
Do hilarious things.
There you go. Walk on their hind leggities.
All that.
Yeah.
Kalira has 4 kitty siblings, and they had completely different personalities.
They do.
And they all have split personalities besides.
Yeah, I mean, each kitty in its own self has multiple personalities.
Train them on the toilet, no kitty litter box. If I'm sitting on the toilet, I'm not going to train a cat.
No, I know what they're saying, though. People do that. I think that's probably better if you have a... Well, we could kind of do it in this house here. If you have a spare bathroom that you never use, like I've never used.
So we have
that
one of those typical
upstairs.
American homes that we have
used it once.
Way more bathrooms than we do bedrooms.
It's stupid. Yeah, I was trying to even remember how many bathrooms we have in between all our houses, and I don't even know.
I don't know. I like to.
There are several I've never.
I like to sample them out. You know,
yeah.
like I'll go in this one a day, go in that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, gosh, and yeah, there are a lot of bathrooms to choose from.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And there are definitely ones I have not used before. So that's what you need if you want to do the training a kitty cat to learn how to use a toilet thing. You don't want it to be in your bathroom, huh?
Gamera doesn't even know I'm here.
I'm kind of amazed.
I say, Gamera, do you see me? And she's like, who said that?
He thinks our house is haunted by people.
Gamera does not. There's part of me that Jasmine and I joke a lot because Gamera is very cross-eyed, and she looks around like she doesn't know what's going on half the time.
She's constantly on alert like this.
She'll do that when we come into the room, like, who's there? You know, what's going on? And
what the heck is it?
It's as if she's the only occupant of this house, and it's
like in the others, but it's
it's like the others. And we realized that in the wild, when she was feral, her defense was just to run at things with her open mouth and bite them.
Bite everything. That is a strategy.
And since she's been with us, she's gained 75 pounds.
Yeah, I think
she is a big fat kitty now.
I think she weighs 92 pounds now, and she weighed,
She's big.
She's big. She's not a huge framed kitty, so like if she was a big male Maine Coon, she'd probably weigh 50 pounds or something, but she's just a little torty female.
It's funny, if I get her in a certain position when she's laying on her back, and I like pet her.
She can't.
Pet her foot like real quick.
She can't.
It makes her swipe at me, but it looks like she's doing sit-ups.
Yeah. Like,
so I pretend like I'm making her work out. It's really cute. Oh, I got a kitty here. Where are you?
Oh, who is it? Is it dying? She's not hiding like she often is, huh? You know how she hides on top of the refrigerator sometimes?
What's that?
You know how she hides up on top of the fridge often when you do Twitch?
She's not today.
She's not today.
She looks sleepy.
She is sleepy.
It's a sleepy day for kitties.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna... Yeah, our kitties aren't gonna... My friend's done that with her cat, like...
The toilet training?
I can't even get mine to sleep in their own beds.
Oh, our kitties sleep on our
kitties sleep on our beds, and they have their little spots.
Yeah.
Covered in fur.
Yeah. This house here, I finally got some sheets. I basically Googled what type of sheets will pet fur not stick to.
Yeah.
And just like this past week, I bought them for my house here, and they worked out pretty good so far.
Oh, Kalira says, mine use the bathroom. One thinks the toilet, if the lid is open, is a kiddie spa.
Oh.
And the other thinks the toilet is abstract art material.
Oh, no. Sunshine got into
sophisticated kitties.
A roll of like kitchen, like toilet or paper towels Sunshine had in the bathroom, but it was in the bathtub, and she just kicked the heck out of it. Turned it into a million little strands of horrible paper.
Probably hear that on the.
Probably, I can hear. I can hear her little.
Well, the sound may not carry to the mic because it's got a cut level where it doesn't hear too much ambient.
Gotcha. I can hear her collar jingling.
Yeah, I need to. I'm gonna use the restroom.
Okay.
And I will be back. Also, do we have any we have cashews, don't we?
Yeah.
I think we still have some of those from
England even. Yeah. Start adding a little bit of color at this point. Oh yeah, take the seeds down. But yeah, I've mostly got the main lines of what I'm gonna put in the painting now. This has come quite a bit since I started. Oh, is there? There was one out earlier before we even started broadcasting.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I was talking to Sunshine. It's like, hey, are you looking at your friend? That was a raccoon out there. It was a little, the little brown-tailed one, the baby. The baby.
Do you hear the crickets?
Yeah.
Sorry, my mouth full.
Okay.
Raccoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a.
He's sitting on his hind legs.
Oh, that's because he loves me.
Well, there's your food. Okay.
Yeah, he might be waiting for me because I will give him marshmallows.
Hey, those,
I'm not a
those
good
batteries
raccoon
look like they're
mommy.
working good.
Oh, good.
I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. His little eye. I'm making his eye a bit darker, so when I put a bit of light on it, I put a little bit of highlight. I don't know if you can see that. Then it will make the highlight look a little bit brighter because the rest of the eye is dark. I'm also making his mouth kind of go under the waves a bit, so when the waves are going into his mouth, it will look like he actually has a lower jaw also, so you'll be able to see that. This water is transparent, as we all know. I'm so kind of sad. Not meaning her to. Oh, this is her sea monster friend. I'd be happy if I was a mermaid. Have a sea monster friend, that'd be pretty great. I used to have a lot of dinosaur friends when I was a kid. I had a lot of imaginary friends that were all dinosaurs. My nephew has them now. Same ones too. There we go. Got kind of a little fancy thing around his eye. It's sort of like gills, sort of not quite. I don't want him to look too much like a fish because I want him to look like a dolphin monster. I kind of like how his eyes are looking at her though. He's kind of looking like not quite side-eye, but he's like, ha-ha! What's that? Oh, probably. I'm just rambling on about dinosaurs.
Nope.
Yay!
No questions.
I bet not.
I am back, guys. Oh, and I saw Rio up there sleeping on the bed.
Oh, Rio's in the bed?
Yeah.
Oh. Rio.
Rage Pixie says they always struggle drawing water. I just can't get the hang of it.
Yeah, I think painting water is easier than drawing water. A lot of it is just kind of smushing things around because that's kind of what water does. Especially with color, when I get to the point I'm using color on this. I don't know if I will be on this, but if not, I'll show it on Patreon and Instagram and all that. You just kind of put a lot of the colors of the things that are around it, whether it's a sky or a sea monster or probably part of the mermaid. I'll put some flesh tones over there randomly and that will make it look like water that is very reflective. It's one of the things that if you labor too intensively on, it will look very labored and you don't want to see a bunch of weird little white lines in your water. You want it to look like water, like it just moved and it might move again. The water is always moving, and every time it does, it changes what it looks like.
You're gonna quote Bruce Lee now, aren't you?
Pardon?
You're gonna quote Bruce Lee now, aren't you?
I'm not. Why? I don't know the quote.
Be like water?
Huh?
Be like water?
I was not going to say that, but you can. You want to quote Bruce Lee, baby?
I always want to quote Bruce Lee.
Okay.
Not croat. I don't want to quote Bruce Lee. I don't know what croat means.
Croutons are a type of plant. Also
Not
the name
croton.
of the street here. Huh?
Not croton.
Croutons.
Crouton.
And crout.
Rage Pixie says all smooshy.
Yeah. I'm not sure still, like I said when I was drawing to begin with, I don't know if I want like this part of the mermaid down to be actually underwater. I'm thinking about making the water line there so we've got an above water scene with the top part of the sea monster and the top part of the girl, and then maybe the lower part would be blue.
Which is more difficult?
What do you mean difficult?
Is it more difficult to have the water, her halfway in the water, or not?
It would be more difficult to have it halfway in the water, but so that would probably be more fun.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's more difficult, I would
as
probably
long as there's a deadline,
do
please do the more difficult thing.
Thank you. See, now you're talking sense. Okay, actually, I might start working on that now then, huh?
There you go.
Well, it'd be more visually interesting too, wouldn't it? Think about remember how I was showing you?
You could ask the room. I don't know.
What's that?
You could ask the room.
Well, you know how I was showing you that picture of the 2018 Best Underwater Photographer Award?
Yeah.
That was that beautiful
orca
picture of an
crazy.
orca, and it was next to some mountains that are made out of ice up in the Arctic Circle somewhere. But isn't that visually interesting because you see the orca under the water and then you see stuff above it that seems unconnected to it?
Yeah, it's weird though. It's hard for my mind to put it together.
Yeah, it looks like a screensaver or a bad video game, but it's a photo. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of do that. What I've done here, I've gotten some water and I'm mixing it with turquoise, phthalo turquoise, PTHALO. And this is one I'm gonna decide where. Let's speed her up a bit, and we can see her. Where the line would be is part of her what's underwater. And I'll do it really lightly, and I have a lot of water mixed in with my paint, so...
Oh, Mimi knows that photo you're talking about.
Yeah, it was a famous picture. It won 2018 Best Underwater Photography.
Yeah, 2018. So passe.
I don't think they've done the ones for this year.
Oh, okay.
Well, we saw it, actually. Somebody was just talking about the Natural History Museum in London. Didn't we see the exhibit there?
I don't know.
The wildlife photography exhibit?
I don't remember.
Okay. I think we saw it
Maybe
twice.
I did at the Unnatural History Museum or the Supernatural History Museum.
Supernatural History Museum.
Mimi says the sea monster is just very cute.
He is cute.
I see him as more her pet than anything scary in the water. Pet sea monster.
Yeah, pet sea monster.
That's a command. Pet sea monster, Jasmine.
Him.
There you go.
I know her arm would be kind of in front of where her chest is, so I would make the water level a bit lower around her arm, as if that was something sticking out to the foreground a bit. Also rounded. And again, I don't want her to look like she's made out of pipe cleaners or anything. And if I were to kind of go under her chest here, that would kind of explain why her tummy is farther away than her tail also. I'm just kind of putting blue. I don't know how well this shows up on the internet or on the TV, but I'm just kind of smudging. This is the first color I've really introduced onto this. It's been monochromatic so far other than that. So if I just put blue all over this, this works as both a color guide and also a mental note to myself to say, hey, this part's underwater. Don't put really high pigmented chroma for skin tones, and don't put super dark or super light things on it because it's underwater. And this will help guide the viewer too to know, hey, this is that guy's off in the distance. He might be quite larger than the mermaid because you can see the top of the ocean. You can see multiple breaker type waves leading up to him, and smaller waves after that that'll turn into the horizon sort of.
Jasmine.
Yeah.
Did you know about a witchcraft museum in Tintagel?
No. And I spent some time in Tintagel. Huh. Yeah. No, I did not know. Is it new?
Yeah, I know. Rage Pixie says I haven't been there since it got flooded out years ago.
Oh, shoot.
We walked all over that town.
Wait,
where was it?
Was it in the castle area? Because that whole area was blocked off when we were there because they were building the new bridge to it.
I
don't know. We went to the city museum that's there. That's just like the NHS run, or the not the NHS, the
It's Boss Castle.
Preservation.
We didn't go there, Boss Castle.
No, we didn't. No.
Oh, okay.
That isn't far from where we're at, though.
Right.
They had the little brochures for it and things.
Mm-hmm. Warning: sea monsters are closer than they appear.
Exactly.
Hey, sea monsters are real. You ever seen the? I mean, if you ever see
sea monsters,
a camera like on an Awesome Attenborough program or something where they go deep.
Oh yeah, go down to the
abyssal
and
those
pelagic
things are sea monsters for crying out loud. What else are they?
Oh, look at the fella I showed you earlier, Maddie. Remember the barrel-eyed fish?
Oh, he's sweetie though. Yeah. He's not a monster.
Yeah, well, he was one of the animals I was looking at. And I was
you know what that reminds me of? Some sciencey chef. Made a really cool pumpkin pie that was clear.
Oh.
They used some molecular
sort of molecular whatever.
I don't know. Did anyone else see that? Where they made a very
was it on a baking show or was
see-through pumpkin pie? I don't know.
Was it like gelatine or was it?
I don't know what it was made out of. I didn't click on it because I don't click crap like that.
Oh, you saw it on the internet. Okay, yeah. We said show. I thought you might have seen it on the television.
Did I say show? I didn't mean to.
Huh?
I didn't mean to say show.
Oh,
sorry.
Okay.
No, I saw it on...
I want to make part of the tail.
Yeah, some sort of clear pumpkin pie. I don't know what it's from.
Or just like pumpkin flavored Jello. I don't know what it is. But... pumpkin flavored everything right now. We talked about this last time. But what I'll do here, I don't know how good it shows up on the TV, but I'm going to put part of her tail kind of popping out of the water. So I'm only putting blue on part of it. Even if I make her whole tail blue, that's fine. But in the earlier stages here, I know to not put high pigment on it if it's going to be in murky water. And not the highest contrast values. I don't put the lightest part of the lights or the darkest part of the darks on there because it's underwater.
A place called Aliena?
Pardon?
I think this one's vegan and it's clear.
Oh.
Vegan clear pumpkin pie. You can see through it. It's creepy. All you need are 5 ingredients to make the vegan version of the infamous clear pumpkin pie. Oh, they use agar-agar.
Oh, okay. Agar-agar
1 tablespoon of agar-agar powder, 5 cups of water, 2.5 tablespoons of Watkins imitation pumpkin pie spice extract.
What the heck's that mean?
I don't know. 1/4 tablespoon or teaspoon of liquid stevia.
It sounds very low calorie.
Which that's what I use. I use stevia all the time.
Yeah.
2 9-inch pre-made vegan graham cracker crusts.
Ah.
And it's see-through, like you could see someone on the other side of it.
Can you put
creepy.
little trinkets in it?
I suppose.
Yeah. See, that'd be cool.
Is anybody making clear pumpkin pie this Thanksgiving?
I ain't. I don't make any pie.
And well, I guess half the rooms are Brits. They don't have Thanksgiving.
I don't think they really do Thanksgiving. No.
Thanksgiving's fun.
Yeah. They have other holidays like that though.
Thanksgiving.
Also, they treat Christmas like Thanksgiving now too.
Just kind of
like
relax.
A big meal thing. Yeah.
SB Reynolds says that sounds all kinds of wrong.
Yeah,
it does.
I don't think you should be allowed to call it a pumpkin pie at that point. Does it have a pumpkin in it?
It has pumpkins, like, Miracle brand pumpkin spice, whatever I said.
Pumpkin spice
I don't remember.
Pumpkin pie spice has no pumpkin in it.
Agar-agar, 5 cups of water, Watkins imitation pumpkin spice extract.
Pumpkin spice extract doesn't have pumpkins in it. It has things you add to pumpkins.
I'm not a cook.
No. I'm not saying that you shouldn't know, love. I'm trying to point something out. That's something you add to
Anyway, we should
pumpkins.
make this.
But it doesn't have a pumpkin in it.
I don't know. It looks funny to make, though.
And then there's a whole pie. What are you going to eat half? And I'm going to eat half. I don't think I'm going to eat half
Let's
a pie.
eat some clear pumpkin pie.
I haven't eaten a whole pie my whole life. Like,
clear pumpkin
added
pie.
Together.
It sounds complicated. Doesn't sound
If it has pumpkin in it, that would be one thing. But pumpkin pie spice is stuff that tastes like pumpkin.
Wait.
What?
My mental brakes just went on.
Okay.
Ian's never had pumpkin pie.
Well, he doesn't, Mandy, that's American as F. I mean, people say apple pie, but you see apple pie all the time in England.
You've never had pumpkin pie?
You don't see pumpkin pie outside the United States as often as you see other types.
The essence of something isn't the same. I'm making a pie made of real pumpkin and heavy cream.
Yeah, no, the essence of pumpkin pie extract doesn't even have it. It has no. It's not even trying to be pumpkin. It's like saying Chinese 5-spice doesn't taste like China. It's things you add to things that are.
Are you talking about delicious 100% Watkins imitation pumpkin spice extract?
Genuine. They took a bunch of pumpkin pies and they extracted it and via alchemical.
Anyway,
methods.
that's the vegan recipe I brought up. I don't know about the not vegan.
Well, the not vegan one, it shouldn't matter if it has pumpkin in it. But it's not going to be clear if it has pumpkin.
Mimi says I had to Google it. Not sure about it. Mimi, you make that for your family.
No, don't. Make them good things.
No, you make them clear pumpkin pie, and you
children.
make them enjoy it, and you serve it with Crystal Pepsi.
Stevia extracts. No Crystal Pepsi.
Not to get up on my soapbox or anything, but every time you eat anything, you get a mouthful of chemicals.
I know. This seems like the embodiment of that.
No, Bob is saying, hey, everything's a chemical.
It depends. I cook almost exclusively from scratch, and I kind of know where a lot of those things come from.
No, but it's still a chemical.
I mean, you could say everything is.
Yes, that's what he's saying.
No, but a lot of things.
That is what he's saying.
Okay, he's not saying that even simple prepared foods from the grocery store are full of chemicals also?
His screen name is Bob's Chemist.
Yeah.
He's saying not to get up on my soapbox.
I understand that.
But every time you eat anything...
Honey, you read it once.
Okay. He's trying to make a point. Food is chemicals, says Bob Help.
Sure, yes. Flavors are. No, flavors aren't. Flavors are taste plus scent.
I don't know.
Not to get on my soapbox.
Muriel's saying, but I'm allergic to cinnamon, cloves, and nutmeg. Ouch.
Well, those are 3 of the 5 fake pumpkin tastes. So.
Nigel's never had pumpkin anything.
Yeah, pumpkins grow here, Maddie. They don't export them because they're not necessarily all that great. I like pumpkins fine, but I think people think of them as decor more than food. I cook with pumpkin. Again, I like to make curried pumpkin stuff. I like pumpkin.
Rage Pixie says, my best friend makes pumpkin pie from scratch once a year for Halloween.
Okay.
Good idea. But usually, I mean, that's an idea for what to do with your old jack-o'-lantern.
Of course. We used to do that with ours.
Pumpkins are lush if you know how to cook them. For sure.
Yeah. It's like having a kabocha squash.
Okay, catch you later, Blob.
Bye, Blob. But no, like kabocha squash, people call that Japanese pumpkin. That's fantastic if you cook it in various Asian ways.
Pumpkin cream so tastes great, says Clara.
I have not had
pumpkin cream soup.
Oh, yeah, pumpkin soup of any type I've had has been good.
Ooh, Kaza says pumpkin smells like my dog's butt.
Oh, okay.
Well, if you don't cook it, maybe.
Don't cook your doggy.
No, not your dog.
Oh, okay.
Pumpkin.
I don't know.
A pumpkin is a squash. It's good. Squashes are yummy.
Like gourd, isn't it?
Pumpkin is soup or gratin. We use pumpkin in soup or gratin. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ricky says that.
Curry is good. Stew. I made that Indonesian peanut pumpkin stew one time. It was really good.
I know pumpkin is fantastic, savory or sweet.
Yeah, I think
it's one of those things.
I prefer it savory. I do not have a sweet tooth though.
It's like better carrots.
I'd say it's like a slightly different textured butternut squash. But I don't know if you can tell the areas that have blue, the areas that don't. It will become more apparent as I work on this. Also, I'll put a thin line of kind of a lighter white seafoam on the area where it turns into the blue and turns into the above and below water here. Now I kind of feel like something needs to go up there. I might put some exciting clouds up in the upper right-hand corner, but if you look at it now, it looks kind of blank.
Stormy? Stormy clouds?
Maybe. I'll have to decide before I paint the rest of the ocean, because it will be reflecting whatever I put in there. So if I decide to put a bunch of tornadoes up there, then we'll have to kind of reflect it on the surface of the water.
Mimi says pumpkin bread, yummy. Oh yeah. Pumpkin bread, banana bread.
I've had pumpkin bread.
Zucchini bread. I love all that bread. I never have it, but I love it.
I was gonna say, we don't really make bread here.
We don't have a high sugar diet.
Yeah,
it's too much
sugar. That's just like if I make a loaf of
if
bread,
we had a family and we had a bunch of children to finish off this stuff, we'd be making that stuff all the time.
Yeah, if kids are here, or people are visiting.
We're just two grown-ups that live in a house. We have savory food.
Savory, weird Jasmine food.
Eggy bread. What's that?
What's it?
Eggy bread?
My dad used to make something called eggy bread. It was kind of like French toast.
We prefer Yorkshire puddings with a roast over here. Never had a pumpkin soup or pumpkin anything.
Yeah.
I've had plenty of Yorkshire pudding. That's good.
Yeah. Often.
It's what you want it to be.
Well, it's a Sunday. If you're out on a Sunday in a lot of parts of England, you can go in and get a Sunday roast at most pubs, and they'll usually have a vegetarian version. A little nut cutlet or something, and they'll give you a Yorkshire pudding and put onion gravy on everything.
We're doing great, Shadow Dancer. Thanks for asking. It's funny. I thought Yorkshire pudding for the longest time, especially when I was, probably until I was about 35 or so, was a dessert. I thought it was pudding.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I didn't know it was like a little funny bread.
A little bread that you put gravy on. Yeah.
Will this painting be day or night?
You know, that's one of the things I'm deciding. I'm thinking about making the sky kind of cloudy. So I don't think I'll have a direct, you can see where the sun is time, or the moon. So it could kind of go either way. When I work on the top part a bit more, and when I work on the surface of the water a bit more, it will probably become more apparent. But I'm not going into this, obviously, with much of a plan. I'm just kind of painting and seeing where it takes me, which is a fun way to do paintings. I will say that sometimes paintings are better when people do really extravagant, detailed line art first, and 5 color roughs and a bunch of sketches and things, but sometimes it's fun to just kind of play it by ear too. A little bit more white in there and some tighten buff on her arm. So that way you can still see the shape of her arm. You can see, hey, there's the top part of her arm, there's her muscles down there, even though it's underwater. Yeah.
Eggy bread, also known as gypsy toast, is French toast, apparently.
That's what I said, honey. I said my dad used to make egg bread, or he'd call it eggy bread or egg bread, and it was something that my grandma used to make, and it was French toast as far as I could tell.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had a good French toast the other day.
I'm not a fan of eggs, so I don't really eat it. Huh?
Where did I have that good, yummy French toast the other day?
Was it in England?
I don't remember.
Wait, was it at a restaurant at the airport?
Yes.
Okay, at the Orlando airport.
Probably.
At Ruby Tuesdays at 6 a.m. at the Orlando airport on our way to Bristol.
Yeah.
That was it, yeah.
Gypsy toast is a cooler way to say it.
Yeah.
Be awesome to make have a gorgeous sunset hitting the clouds, orange, beautiful pinks, reds, and blues.
Yeah,
Get to it, Jasmine.
I've done quite a few mermaid pieces that are either during sunset or sunrise. So it depends how I want to go with the color scheme. Putting some orange in here would really pick up against like the turquoise, as that would be the complementary color for it. Like warm, bright things, oranges and yellows, reds, magentas. But then I also think maybe I want to use the complementary tones. Like if I want to put some shocking, warm, vivid tones, I might use them on the face of the mermaid, or maybe even in the sea monster, and that would draw attention to the 2 characters. Because if I put it in the background, it might kind of make them kind of blur into the foreground. We'll see. Can you tell by looking at the TV mat that part of this is underwater or no?
Yes.
Oh, you
definitely.
can? Okay, fabulous.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it just sounds like I'm.
Don't you guys think in the room that
I think
that she definitely looks like she's underwater?
Yeah.
And you got that clever bit of the tail popping out there.
Yeah, I got a little tail there. You can tell that arm's in front of that arm.
Yeah, I don't know how the hell you did it. I watch you do it, and I still don't know.
A line. You can watch it a million times. You just draw a wiggly line.
Comfort food ice cream? No, comfort food. You know comfort food.
Who are you saying this to?
Mimi says comfort food ice cream. We're talking about Yorkshire puddings and things like that.
Comfort food is
food that makes you feel
macaroni
cozy.
And cheese. It's things that remind you of when you were a kid.
Right.
Stuff your grandma make for you, or your mom. Maybe.
Yeah, everyone in the room says they can definitely tell it's underwater.
Oh, good. Yay.
Yeah, things your grandma used to make you. And they can be desserty things, like a nice warm apple pie. A lot of warm things, a lot of brown food, like gravy things with mashed potatoes, and a lot of, for meat eaters, probably a lot of roast beef sort of things, and things like that. That's comfort food. Things that would be at Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
Or Perkins or something.
Yeah.
Comfort.
Stuff I don't bother with.
A pot pie would be a comfort food.
I think comfort food. I would think of like really big curries, like from Indian restaurants. What's that?
Things that definitely aren't necessarily the best foods for you, but there can be good comfort foods.
I always think of Indian food as comfort food.
What's that?
I always think of Indian food, like big multi-course curry meals, as being comfort food.
I do too, because it, particularly if you have Indian food, can definitely be comfort food.
Yeah.
It's nice and warm and cozy and has a lot of good savory flavors.
It's very socially
You can have it with a delicious naan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm hungry for Indian food. Thanks a lot.
I can make Indian food tonight if you want. I can always
all the food talk has somehow got me yearning for bread pudding. Oh, go for it.
Bread pudding would be an example of a
toffee pudding
comfort
with
food.
Custard. Nom nom. No kidding. I love sticky toffee pudding.
That would be a comfort food.
My comfort foods are always terrible then. Mimi says. No, it's okay. That's what comfort food is.
It's like wearing your sweatpants.
A lot of pastas are comfort food. Oh yeah. A yummy, good hearty Italian. Yeah, Evil Brinus' pasta is my
like, giant lasagna.
A big old ravioli.
Put on your
so good. Gnocchis.
Pajamas now. Just eat that. Yeah.
My post got stopped by moderator settings.
Oh, yours did?
No, Nigel.
Aren't you a moderator? What do you say? Does it have a link in it? Does it not let you have links on it?
Yeah, I don't see the message, Nigel. Oh. I'm sorry.
Is there anybody
your
else
post?
in the room could be a moderator?
The post in this room?
Or does it like in the pin group or something? Who knows?
I don't know. What do you mean? In this room, Nigel?
Did it have a room?
It's probably a dumb moobot, some sort of dumb moobot setting.
It probably is. Or something that isn't a rude word everywhere, or something that thinks it's a link.
My gran made the best toffee puddings. She passed away before I could get the recipe for her. Aww. Well, hugs to her. That's sweet. That's another thing. It sometimes reminds us of wonderful childhood memories.
Yeah, that's what I mean by food you had when you were a kid.
My grandmother, who was a horrible person. Horrible person. Yeah. She made
we looked up the tastiest she did and we were happy.
Tastiest graham cracker pie. Oh, man, it was so good. But she was a bad person. Yeah. Warm from the oven chocolate chip cookies. Yeah, that's definitely comfort.
That'd be comfort food.
That's a slam dunk right there. Fills the house full of yummy flavors, and
that's one of the most common things people try to make
you and
their
your
house
wife
smell like.
just live there. You don't make them because you don't have any kids to eat them, so you don't have it. But it's okay because when I do have something like a chocolate chip cookie, it tastes that much better. I had them all the time.
If you had them every day, you wouldn't. If there's always biscuits in the tin, then what's the fun in biscuits?
Very true. Yeah. Also, if you don't have them all the time, you don't crave them. You just want them sometimes. I find. I don't actively crave chocolate chip cookies.
I don't know either.
But I like those. I like some, for example, Nigel gets us the Bounty bars.
Yeah,
those are good.
That's a sweet
coconut.
Thing. Yeah, I like coconut
something I do
a lot.
crave.
I like coconut everything though. I buy like fake milk made out of coconuts and fake cheese made out of coconuts. I like coconuts.
Well, I'm not sure why it didn't let your message go through, Nigel. I apologize. I didn't even see usually it says Moobot stop. Okay, if you have a specific question for Jasmine, no, that's not the message. I don't know. My gran was the best gran ever, but very strict. She was old school when it came to kids, but she loved her grandkids. Well, that's not the type of bad I'm talking about.
Yeah.
My comfort food is all Cuban.
That's some good food. We have a really.
If I want some, I either have to make it or visit my parents in Miami. Are you Cuban, Muriel? How many layers of color will be on the tail? Is it difficult to put color on the tail without it standing out from being underwater, if that makes sense?
Well, I want this part here to be above the water. So on that part, even if I have the same amount of layers of color, I will have it more saturated and have a higher differentiation between the high and low tones of the part that's outside of the water. And the part under the water will be more muted, and no matter what color I put it, if I give her a bright pink tail, it would still mostly have turquoise and blue and gray in it because it's underwater. And this isn't anything that's really a trick. It just years of looking at stuff underwater and see how it looks different. Like if you take a bath and you look at your legs and they look kind of weird and blobbery and they don't look like the rest of your body, that's why. And that's one of the things I try to incorporate in paintings if it's under the water.
Now people are talking Muriel is Cuban, and also Millie is too.
Hey.
Tamales y flan.
All right. We have a very good restaurant here in Celebration called Columbia Restaurant.
Yeah, I was asking her if she's been in. Does it measure up?
The one in Tampa is the first one at Ybor City, and it's the oldest restaurant in Florida. The one in Ybor City in Tampa is, and then we've got our version of it in Celebration. It's
I love it.
Second location, and it is fantastic.
If you are in Celebration,
and they have a lot of veggie
and you can hop in there. Visiting
it's
Celebration,
a great restaurant.
Yeah, definitely try it.
It's one I often try to bring people if they're visiting to Florida and they haven't had a lot of experience with Cuban food. It's actually authentic there and been around for a long time, and it's very tasty. It's 1908.
Farina, pastelitos, tamal.
Oh, pastelitos. Those are, you talk about a sweet tooth. Those are sweet little things.
Okay, so Mimi's trying to get a rice recipe from Muriel.
Aw.
Garlic and salt, no butter.
Oh.
We just had dinner there tonight in Ybor.
In Ybor City, really? Oh, yeah, that's the first one, and that is the oldest restaurant in Florida.
Cool.
Is the Colombian Ybor.
We're lucky to have so many nice restaurants here in our downtown in Celebration.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing.
I think that's the only other one is the one here.
If you guys are local in Florida, you've never been to Celebration, come by, and our town's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, go visit the downtown. They're going to have snow soon.
Yeah.
Like fake snow.
Put them out. Yeah.
So all the children, all the Floridian children who've never seen snow, you should see them roll around on these soap suds and try to make snowmen out of the soap suds.
They're gonna have a snowball.
It's so funny.
It's kind of sad, but it's kind of adorable.
But the effect is actually pretty
when it's falling through the sky, it actually looks.
It does look like snow. Yeah. I've experienced both soap sud snow and real snow.
Every year,
I will say that I prefer soap suds to the real thing.
I would too. It's cleaner and more efficient.
I am not all about the snow.
No, I am not one of those people who are like, oh my gosh, I hope it snows tomorrow. I think that ended the day I graduated.
Mimi says we had a big debate about how to cook rice at Dragon Con.
Oh.
Well, Mimi, are you talking about Vietnamese style versus Cuban? Because that's probably a big difference?
Rice versus rice, man. Yeah.
I don't know. Asian rice versus
Latin rice.
Latin rice.
I don't know. They're both really good. They're very different end results that you would go for.
Well, yeah, and I'm staying out of that.
Yeah.
I love rice, though.
I like rice. That's one of the only major carb piles that I regularly put on my food is rice. I like dolmas. That's one of my favorite ways to eat rice.
Oh.
Like little wrapped in grape leaves, sort of.
Yeah, one meal that Jasmine and I like a lot. Very simple. Jasmine makes she makes a
bunch of dolmas.
Yeah, but dolmas and which are the grape leaves with the rice in there, and then we have
and mint,
burrata, and tomatoes
and basil.
And basil.
Like a caprese.
And that's like a caprese salad,
basically.
So, and that's almost a comfort food to me.
Yeah, so I mean a lot of things.
Oh, and then we
might
put
call
the sriracha on the
sriracha and some Greek yogurt.
Yeah, Greek yogurt. Ooh, that's good.
If I have it, yeah. Now I am getting hungry.
Yeah, Rage Pixie says, I remember when we had snow from the beast from the east that was nuts. As we live on the coast, we really don't get snow. But it was like a winter wonderland for about 2 days. Hey, Winter Wonderland's awesome in London, Rage Pixie. Do you ever do that?
Oh, that's fun.
Hyde Park?
Yeah. It's a big Christmas market they have there that is also like a fun fair.
Mimi says, we said to add butter or not to add butter. Oh, that's the debate. Asian rice is different. Just add water. There you go. I like saffron rice.
Saffron rice is good.
Saffron rice is good. You guys like that?
Like paella.
Oh, that's a different sort of rice.
I make paella a lot, and that's got
like a Cajun
bunch
sort
of saffron.
Thing.
Paella is a Spanish, love. You're thinking of jambalaya.
Jambalaya.
Jambalaya is kind of like
paella with
paella if it was Creole Cajun, from New Orleans.
It's all yummy.
Yeah.
I'm just happy there's veggie versions of all these things.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't get to experience them. I just hope we don't get a freeze this year.
Yeah, I don't want any more dead banana trees.
Dead banana trees in the line. They look like dead legs.
I know, and then it's like you have to throw it away, and it feels like you're disposing of a body like you shouldn't be putting it in the dumpster.
They even have some weight to it.
And you feel bad about it, and you're like, should I wrap this up in an old waterbed or something?
Now, Steve says, I eat rice when I feel like having 1,000 of something.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Veggie paella, what goes in that? Everything besides the sausages and stuff.
Well, I put sausages in it too. I just put vegetarian
veggie sausages.
In it. Yeah, I put veggie sausages, and I'll put like veggie pork bites, and I'll put veggie chicken bits.
Veggie meats come a long way, Mary.
Yeah.
It totally has. We're very lucky right now.
I make a lot of my own ones too, which I can kind of control how they taste then, and that's nice.
Rage says, yeah, it's so pretty, referring to Winter Wonderland.
Oh, yeah.
I went a long time ago. I want to go back soon.
Yeah.
They have a pretty ice rink by the Natural History Museum. Yep,
they
absolutely.
Do. Yeah,
every year now, which is really pretty.
Ice skating rink there.
Yes, and So they have a lot. They have a lot of really cool tents, and they sell chestnuts and whatnot.
Yeah, it's
in
a
Hyde
proper
Park,
Christmas
also
market. Yeah,
near where the London Eye is, down by there. They always have events there anyway.
Across the Millennium Bridge, across the Thames there.
I love
over by where
London in the
Eye
winter
is.
or in the Christmas time.
Yeah,
it's a fun way to
it's very
celebrate
festive.
Christmas.
I kind of wish I could always spend Christmas in London, but none of my family lives
I wish
there,
it more, in fact.
Yeah, I know that's what.
As much as I love my family, I just wish I was in London.
I as far as places go, I'm not a big Christmas person though, so I'm not a good person to ask. Matt's a Christmas person.
I'm a Christmas person, but I don't. That doesn't mean I need to spend it with family. I spend it with myself. I love Christmas.
Yeah, okay, there you go. I'm saying it was just me. I don't think I would do anything on Christmas. Really.
Husky says it was 60 here in Iowa yesterday and 30 and cold, windy here today. It was windy yesterday. Was it yesterday that was windy?
Yeah, when we were at Disney.
Yeah.
It was windy a bit this morning.
3 minutes to raffle, guys.
Oh, golly gee, that snuck up on me.
I think the Christmas market has been going over 100 years.
Oh,
I know they used to hold the market actually on the river when it used to freeze over in Victorian times.
Yeah, people used to skate on the Thames even. They used to actually freeze.
I can't imagine.
Yeah, I know. That's some climate change.
Look
at his grumpy
frozen brown
little
water.
Yeah. They've had whales go in the Thames before, and dolphins.
You know, that is some murky water for a whale
He
to
looks so
checking around in.
happy. He looks so happy.
He's cute.
You see his little smiley face.
He is very happy.
Happy sea monster.
Lincoln or Manchester Christmas markets in England are great. I've heard about Manchester.
Oh, Manchester, yeah.
It's supposed to have a fantastic Christmas market.
What was it we were looking at that had the top 5?
Well, Manchester was on there.
Manchester was on there. Winchester was on there also, remember? I showed you their downtown, like in front of like the railway and everything. That was on that same list. Mm-hmm. And what was the other town that Bath was on there?
Oh, they mentioned Lincoln here.
Lincoln, I think that.
I don't know if it was Bath. Was the other one?
Well, they had like 5 or 10 of them. No, I wasn't looking it up. It was on the airplane on the way back.
Okay.
It was like top 10 Christmas markets in England or something.
The Thames isn't very clean, but it still has a majesty to it.
It has fish living in it again for the first time in 40 years, apparently.
There's a Neil Gaiman short story where he talks about how nasty the Thames is.
Yeah.
My son's at uni in Lincoln, and I'm looking forward to going to the Christmas market this year.
Yeah.
You have fun, Tezzy. I hope you have a blast.
That sounds fun.
I think I love snow so much because it always reminds me of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe when I was a child. Love that book.
Okay.
Well, Rage, if you ever want snow, just come to the Midwest or northern U.S. or Canada. You get all the snow
more
you
than
want.
they know what to do with.
There used to be snowdrifts so tall when I was a kid, one could easily fall into them.
Yeah.
We had to be careful.
I remember getting them in our yard in Missouri, and we just like dig holes in it, and it would become an igloo, like without having to work at it.
If you had access to water, like we'd labor all day. You could make little houses and igloos out of the snow easy.
Hey, if it does snow, I hope it does it before Christmas when we go to my dad's farm, because that's a great place to go sledding.
You say that now, but man, you're gonna curse it if it's snowing. We're there. I like it when it's.
I'm just saying, if it happens while we're there, I'd like to do it before Christmas. That's all I'm saying.
I hear you.
Not saying I hope it happens. I'm saying if it happens before Christmas. When I'm at my dad's house, that would be nice.
I don't think of snow as. Snow is pretty, but it's generally horrible when you're an adult. Yeah,
you have to worry about like your rental car and stuff.
Gosh, SB Reynolds' family already has snow in Vermont. Well, northern Vermont.
Snow
That's
up
pretty
in
north.
Kansas City. I mean, it was like not even Halloween, right? And they were getting snow before Halloween.
But it was weak snow.
It was weak. Oh man.
I've sent you a message on Messenger regarding what food he has and what it keeps coming up with.
What's that? Are you talking? I'm sorry.
Kieran says I've sent you a message. Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Okay. And this is for the Dragon Con, Baby Dragon Con Dragon.
Moobot is going to draw
Maybe a
Green Dragon Zero.
And their name is Green Dragon Zero, and they got a baby dragon.
They're not a follower.
Oh, okay. Maybe they will be now.
Aha.
We have one more still, or is that the last one?
That's the last one. Whew. We'll go a couple more minutes. We started a couple.
Yeah,
we'd like to make it 3 hours at least.
Yeah,
so.
please.
I will put the message in the room.
Mm-hmm. He's having num-nums in the other room. Is that Dine?
I think it's Gammy.
Ah. She'll kind of zone out and eat her dry food for 45 minutes a day sometimes. It's kind of weird.
All right, so if you're in the room, Dragon, Green Dragon, just follow the little message I sent you up there. So, and give us a follow.
Yeah. Not.
We get,
pin. Again, if you don't collect the pins, you can take it up to the pin group and sell it or trade it for one that you like. I'm putting some white mixed with the Titan buff, mixed with the turquoise, and a little bit of the pink also. And I'm working on her arm. I'm kind of fleshing that out, but I'm also wanting to show a shadow so that you can see this part is in front of it, depending on where the light source is, which is kind of ambient in this one. But I've kind of put a line of the darker turquoise mixed with Van Dyke brown under here, and that is the shadow. But I'm amping it up by putting some lighter tones on the arm right next to it. So it's kind of going to overemphasize the fact there's a shadow there, but it's all underwater. I don't want it to compete with the part of the tail that is popping out of the water. And just little things like that will make it look way more three-dimensional when it's done then. And I'm not real worried if some of the blue gets up on the upper part of her arm, because if you're a person and you're in water that is reflecting blue, you're going to have blue on you also. The underside of her face, probably the underside of where her eyebrows are, the underside of her nose, probably the underside of her chin, will also be reflecting kind of a turquoise blue. If you just look at a kid at a swimming pool, you're going to see a similar effect.
When is the Patreon Tiny Treasure drawing going to be?
Oh, I haven't picked specifically, but I'm probably like Thursday this week, maybe. Sometime that I know I'll be here for sure. And I can go through and do the random number generator. But this is the one that is all finished. I've varnished her and everything. And we'll put a little sawtooth hanger on the back so you can pop her on the wall without having to frame her. And she will be a free painting we're giving away up at Patreon. As long as you are a Patreon person who's following me, you will automatically be included. You don't have to enter anything. I'm trying to do that every month with a new painting. Sometimes I've even done custom paintings that way, which is pretty exciting.
Alrighty, guys.
Well,
we're gonna say night.
We'll see you. Well, it will not be next weekend because Matt has to go to a writing conference in Kansas City, and so the subsequent weekend, the 24th. Yeah, 24th of November will be our next Twitch broadcast. In the meantime, just follow me on Patreon, Instagram, Facebook, and you will see what I'm working on. Thanks all.